Is everything set up correctly?
I hope so.
That's a good enough answer.
And then we cut to the intro.
You know what sucks always in that?
I love how you put anime there. We never talk about anime.
Yeah, you guys do. You guys jump to anime sometimes.
We try.
My cousin
but you're
knows
like,
enough.
but you're also like.
I just sit there and listen.
You should give it a shot.
Licking ball. Welcome to Best of the Years podcast. I like to catch everybody off guard. We are here, and it's a very, very special day for our 14 viewers.
You spooked me. I'm sorry.
I was like, dude, that was such a crack twig. Like, I mean, did you need a?
Sorry to make fun of Lucas. It got better as I knew him, but he used to go. Let's go.
Oh yeah, don't make fun of our old.
Love you, Lucas. Sort of
old guy, sort of, and a little bit half heart.
It's like a frenemies kind of thing. Wait, who are we with though?
Well, first, right-hand man's here. My right palm, Declan, always to my right. And then today, how do you guys want to be known?
None of my viewers actually know my name. I literally just get known as Daku.
They
don't know
which
my name.
She brought me a bunch of little Daku stickers, which are awesome. And I really like this. This will go on my bag. So do you, like, send in this design? Actually, sorry.
I'm not here.
And the man purse.
And who I know as Tyler. But what else would you go by?
Ginger Ninja.
Ginger Ninja. I like it.
No hard
Which is
R's.
Ginger.
No hard R's.
Thank you, Declan.
That's his word. We can't say
What's up, my
the G
ninja?
word. We can't say the G word. Okay?
And what's that from?
One of my friends just
It was
gave
his
to
gamer
us.
tag.
Yeah,
One of his friends dubbed him the Ginger Ninja.
What do you know about Gangster Nerd 84?
That's.
Is that you?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You guys
I've had it
have
forever.
the old gamer tags that have stuck with people since like the early 2000s, the 90s.
Dude, 'cause
are the lamest, cringiest
I was a nerd
stuff.
not to be fucked with, dude.
I've had this gamer tag since like forever. So
Yeah, you name all your characters DakuBara.
I'm just. Well, that's
Now,
like
what's
fine. 'Cause
And
it's like,
Daku is from a game, you said, correct?
DakuBara is inspired by Saga Frontier, which it is Japanese, and it translates into a lot of roses.
Oh,
That's
cool.
what it means.
I was looking up translations today for Akuma's symbol.
yeah.
It means like heavenly something, but basically it wraps up to being immortal.
Yes.
So, because I put that sticker on my new Magic deck.
You and your Akuma.
I love Akuma.
That stance.
I love Akuma. I like the darkness, I like the demons. Let's just go for me and Tyler first.
Ginger.
Gotta use this tag, bro.
I
I'm
think
both. I don't care.
I don't think.
Hey,
he
I think if
The
you
rest
count
of the podcast, you gotta use my tag.
Oh, dear
fuckboy,
God.
El Kabong.
fuckboy
Wait,
69,
no. You said you're his right hand, so that means you know what his right hand
fuckboy
does.
69.
No, he does with his left hand.
Oh, he does. Okay.
Mhm.
I go back and forth.
I've watched.
Wow.
Yeah,
It's
I go back and
intriguing,
forth.
dude. It's like,
Dude, okay,
Have you
I hate to give too much TMI to you, but everyone else knows on here that my family and my friends, whoever watches it, basically them, I jerk off forever because my antidepressants. So sex with my wife sucks. My wife is good for the first like 10 minutes. She's done. She got hers. She's
Taps
good.
out.
that's a confidence boost.
No.
Not after like 3-4 years.
We've been together for I don't know, 11 years I think now.
A very long.
Married.
Holy crap.
Married 16 together. 11 married.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it kind of sucks. So everyone's like, get stuff in your butt to stimulate you. I'm like, I don't want to go there yet. I don't
You're
want to
like,
go
I'm
there
not quite ready for that step.
I think I'll wait maybe
That's what's extreme.
in my 50s.
Get one of those wands or whatever.
Sure.
She'll edge you for like
So whatever.
10 minutes.
El
So she's do
Kabong,
like
El
minimal
Kabong.
work. Yeah.
That's so stupid.
Well, it's either that or it's quick draw McGraw,
So-
but
Yeah, you are a quick draw. So if you think about it, to now, we've known each other probably since...
I was gonna guess 2009, 2010 is when we probably met, but then we didn't really like hang out and stuff till like 2010. Or
So
11.
that would be-
which Comic Con did we go to? That's really the main thing. I feel like because when we got like kind of like close.
07?
Was that 07?
I think
maybe.
it...
Well, no, because
No.
I graduated from high school 06. I went and moved with my mom and lived with her in Illinois for like.
you weren't
9
in high
months
school
to-
during Macy's, were you?
No, I was out of high school. I was like a year out of high school at least. So it was definitely 2008.
Okay. So you're right.
So
No,
you
I think
got-
it was 11 was maybe the Comic-Con.
It was somewhere like 9, 10, 11.
I have it on my Facebook, that on my albums, it says, I think it is 11.
Yeah. So.
But regardless, it's been over a decade. And what's nice is we could just pick up.
Yeah, I know.
That's nice.
That's kind of how guys are.
No, but there are friends I have that you can't do that sometimes. And they got to have similar. But the thing I wanted to go over with, okay.
Here we go.
Can we put it out there that we're probably one of the 2 most liked people at Macy's?
Yeah.
In the entirety history of Macy's,
agree.
the existence
While
of
we
the
were
company.
there, while we were there, because number one, okay, I'll say about me, I worked in a department, loss prevention, where I had to be around everyone, but I didn't try to nail everybody. Not fucking. I didn't try to get everyone in trouble, arrested.
I know.
Because I hated that part of the job. They want us to fire everybody.
I believe it.
And I hated it. So we used to get in trouble if we didn't get enough numbers or whatever. I didn't give a fuck. I didn't go and look in your guys' drawers, see how big purses were. And I talked to everybody. So I had friends with everybody. And then you were a floater.
I went to every
you worked in every department. Everybody
knew who I
fucking
was.
knew you.
Yep.
So I felt like me and you were like one of the most liked people around there. And see, these guys don't get it. They think I'm this big fucking asshole.
No.
But people fucking liked me. Like a lot of people liked me.
Facts.
Old people, young people, big people, small people, you know. Of course, all the cosmetic girls. I actually became really good friends with a lot of them. But I couldn't do anything, you know.
Why?
I was taken.
I know.
I don't think I could probably...
You lucked out.
Yeah, I think I wouldn't get opportunities, but you know, charisma goes so far.
You definitely could have.
Charisma gets you far, but yeah, there was rumors I did hear about some girls, and it was always kind of shocking to me. But it, you know, it's probably just fake news.
Probably until it's proven.
Yeah,
It's fake.
yeah.
News.
So that's one thing I always think it's cool because I can't talk to anybody about Macy's stuff. Only my wife but she didn't work there.
Now.
Well, look at like Sam. He
God.
stopped talking to me. Once
I
I got a kid, like everyone disappeared.
Him and you were the ones that put my shoulder back into place that one day.
Oh God,
Do you remember that?
Yeah,
That was fun.
Sounds painful.
It's funny to me. They probably were like traumatized.
yeah, it was hard work. Were we playing basketball?
We were playing basketball.
Dude, we
over
used to play
at Royer
basketball,
Park.
meet up, Royer Park every Sunday. But it's crazy. Like I said, there's not many people that I could talk about the crazy stories and like, fuck, we had the fire we had to go through.
Oh God, I wasn't even there for that because I that's like right around when I quit, and that's actually the reason why. I
No,
quit. Yeah.
you really?
Yeah, I like left because of that.
I didn't know that you worked at Macy's right when you came back from when you moved to Chicago.
Like almost the day.
You
I
moved
came
to
back.
Chicago?
Yeah.
It sucked. It was cold.
He followed his mom
It was
right
cold.
after high
Did you
school.
meet CM Punk at all? That's okay. It's a
fuck?
it's a
He's a
wrestler I'm
wrestler.
obsessed
Oh.
with.
He's a
He's
wrestler
a-
that has
he's
a
like-
very hot wife.
She's the wrestler.
Oh my God.
She's the wrestling person you want to talk to.
Oh my God,
You-
they're soul they're soul kindred. No.
Did you hear what she said?
I heard what she said.
What she said?
I heard what she said.
What'd she say?
She said he's got a hot wife.
You have no
AJ
idea
Lee?
what I have for AJ Lee. My
Is
my
it a
wife.
boner?
Yeah,
Yes.
my wife
I
actually.
have a boner.
My wife gave me a freebie for Bailey now though, so you may.
I
not
do
know her.
like Bailey with the short hair. Bailey with the short hair is a whole
like
different
Bailey
game.
because she's adorable. I like that she's obsessed with wrestling. I love anyone that cares about their craft. Speaking of craft,
They just give her the worst hair ever. I'm sorry.
I love her with the
I
short.
hate the hair.
when it started growing out,
not
I
the
liked
short,
it.
They gave her
like
the Karen
A-line.
hair.
Yeah, but
Gave
she
her the
was hotter
Karen.
than her like
Yes,
hug
the
me.
side.
Oh, it was so bad.
Her
It
hair
is
down.
Such
She
a bad
looked so
look.
good with her hair down when she was
Yeah,
Pamela Rose.
That's fine, I guess. But
Do you guys need water at all?
I'm good right now.
I'm probably gonna need water later.
Oh, so yeah, you could just reach into there and grab
Just
it.
interrupt the whole fucking thing and just reach in there and just ruin this whole. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Just fucking ruin this whole operation. This is a
I'm grabbing the
professional.
water now to get you to chill the.
This is a
fuck out.
professional operation
Sorry.
here.
That's
said
why
fuck.
Ernie put those bruises on your
Mm-hmm.
on your
No,
back of your neck.
nobody puts bruises on me. I put bruises on myself.
Are you just clumsy?
Is that what you tell
McBarry.
them?
You're your own
I'm
wife
clumsy
beater.
too. I run into
Like.
door frames and cat gates and.
Yeah.
I cut my arm with a meat
Her hips are
slicer.
just one big bruise.
I burnt the shit out of me.
I saw
I was wondering
that.
about
It looks
that, yeah.
painful.
It
Elaborate.
is, I bet.
My wife beats me.
Your Moon Knight.
I
Oh.
went to check on my son's shrimp,
You know,
and I went and I had like my, I grabbed
You
a
were
towel.
like, my tips are safe, but this part.
I grabbed a towel to pull out the rack, and I put my hand in just to touch if it were crispy yet,
Oh.
and I hit the top, and I was like, "Oh, that hurt!" And then I realized my skin was peeling, and I was like, "Oh, butter!" And my wife's like, "What the fuck?"
Butter?
no, mustard. Trust
mustard?
me, mustard,
My grandmother told me vinegar.
mustard all the way. So
Are we talking about what to put
if we're
on
getting
things
real,
where you-
by the way, I cut myself.
With burns.
See,
down straight?
no,
Or
these
for
are just
attention?
all burns from opening an oven door. Open it like that. You know,
Dude, my
because
dad's
how much
that.
people be walking behind me, so I'm like, okay, I can still open this door and just burn here. And when
Did you work at a pizza place?
I worked at a,
like Jesus
a sourdough and
Christ.
co, so we baked the bread in house.
Oh, bread.
That's a
I'm
fun-
trying not to eat bread right now.
Oh, bread.
They figured out I had diabetes while I was in the hospital,
Oh,
which I knew.
damn.
I'm fat, and I eat burgers all the time and drink soda. So
But they're not gonna take your foot, right?
not yet,
Okay, good.
but
I
yeah.
mean,
so
I might.
him talking about bread just makes me like, you
What?
know, 6 to midnight when you talk about bread, because I'm trying not to eat as much.
Bread.
So we don't talk about bread. We don't talk about bread.
Great movie, by the way.
Yes.
But we're here. I mainly wanted to talk to her about what all she does.
Seriously.
So tell
Real
give me,
star.
So
give
what are
me-
you into?
Give me your spill.
What am I into? A lot of things.
This
a
is
lot
like
of things.
this is like my Twitch sequel. We had a really bad Twitch episode
Oh,
where
no.
where we tried to talk to Jake about I wanted to get into Twitch, and Lucas was here too, and you and my brother Jake. My brother Jake's a fucking.
Do you have a second monitor?
We Lucas wants me to, but I don't yet. We weren't going to do
you
it till.
can't stream till you get a second monitor.
Yeah, we weren't going to do
Facts.
it till.
Agreed.
We weren't going to do it till I decided on doing Twitch.
You know what? Anybody out there, and I know this never reaches anybody, but I hope in the distant future somebody
14
finds.
people,
No,
14.
I hope in distant future somebody finds a backlog and like we get millions of viewers like when we're long dead. If you own,
I got a couple.
if you
weeks.
own one monitor, you're a fucking moron. Okay.
If you only use
In
one
this
monitor.
day and age, you have to have 2 screens. You know, even if you're
Thanks
working
for
from
letting us-
home, my
thanks for
dad has
losing.
3
We just lost
screens.
one
He's got his
person.
laptop, his 2 double screen. Yeah, it's like
one viewer just was like, "Fuck this shit," and shut his laptop.
I don't care.
because he only had one.
Hope he
screen.
gave us a downvote. At least we get up in the
Algorithm changes?
interaction or
Hey,
whatever.
bad publicity is good publicity.
Oh, we love it.
Hell yeah.
We're like, if people give us thumbs down,
Hell yeah. There isn't a thumbs down for Twitch yet, but
So,
Twitch, but
how many views did you guys get on? Did you haven't posted your?
we don't get views at all, really.
No, we do.
I
We just
watch-
get it on
I
the
watch.
You get it-
stupidest stuff. We get it on his
But no,
unboxing
have you
videos
guys
where people
posted
judge
the
him for his
trailer?
cuticles.
Yeah, I do unboxings like for Magic and shit.
Yeah.
And on YouTube, and I don't edit those.
Did you clean up your cuticles? It looks like you kind of
Nope.
did.
Nope. I don't give a fuck.
Go
I
get a
don't give fuck.
manicure, bro.
That one we got like 5,000 views, but people are like, "You need to clean your nails and shit like that." And I'm
Oh
like,
God, go fuck off.
But it
you
wasn't
guys.
clean. It was like your cubicles, and I was like,
it was clean, but it was
If
just
you
like
don't
your
like it,
cuticles
you
were
can
out.
just
leave.
just exactly how they look right now, like
You
little
look fine.
tears of skin. You
You
know.
look fine.
So, and some guys are like, "Thanks for just
They know
showing."
you're a man, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
they're like, "Thanks for showing us your
Hey,
hairy
hey,
wrist
hey,
and knuckles," and I'm like,
A man can have nice nails.
Okay, but
Yeah.
let's be honest. Like YouTube is horrible when it comes to trolling.
Oh,
YouTube's-
yeah.
the
But
comment
that's why
section
I
for
come back-
YouTube is horrible.
I come back very nice, but a little bit insulting. Like, yeah, I know it's usually for my OnlyFans. They're used to my knuckle close-ups, and sorry, next time I'll work on it. I really appreciate it.
They pay
So-
for
Hey.
every single.
They pay for the
follicle of hair.
butthole, not the hands, guys.
exactly, guys. So
$20
basically,
a hole.
we tried to do a Twitch one where I was like, guys, I want to get into Twitch. This episode's about how am I going to do it, because we at the time, Lucas, who was here, he played games with me. We did it every Sunday night. We would play games. So every Tuesday night we would edit. I fucking edit everything. It's a pain in the ass. This is a lot of work. This fucking sucks.
It takes
I love it because this was my avenue for depression and stuff.
Yeah.
At least
It's an
once a
outlet.
week, I knew I got to sit down, talk to my friends about stuff we like. We argue, we fucking hate each other at times, but at the end of the day, I look forward to every week to, it's the stuff I love. It's pop culture, So but it's hard though. You got to figure out if there's nothing happening that week, you got to dig through the trash and find something. But this one, I was like, okay, let's talk about Twitch. So I brought my brother, who's really good with computers and stuff. But the thing is, he just kind of knew Twitch people and what they do and stuff. He did the little dabbling with it, but I'd rather someone like you talk to us, and because you're full on committed, how I'm committed to this, where I don't give a fuck, and I don't know if this falls for you, but I don't give a fuck if I have one viewer. I put all the effort into it. I buy better equipment. Farther and farther I go, I'm losing money. I'm losing my time.
It's
I'm
a
losing
hobby.
losing my wife because I'm editing
Losing
all
your
night.
mind.
Losing my mind.
Wish somebody would tell me I'm fine.
But your anxiety's not kicking in because you're focused on something.
That's good. I do get stressed over it a lot, but other than that, though, it's good stress because you can never get rid of stress
Seems like you're
completely.
motivated, yeah.
Yeah, because they go, "Oh, Ernie, if you get a job, you'll have different stress." I'm like, no, no one has a job where they're happy. like fully.
Completely, yeah.
Completely. You're going to get stressed. The actor that loves working in Hollywood, you're going to have some stressful days or whatever.
Steel sharpens steel, though, right?
Huh?
Steel sharpens steel. You know, the more stress, the more things that challenge you in life, the stronger you become.
Regardless, my thing is, if you do something you love, it's not like, oh, you never work a day. You still work.
Oh yeah.
But you're gonna at least know at the end of the day you did it for yourself.
Right.
And that's a big thing. So that's why when me and Tyler talked, I was like, hey, when you guys come on, if you want to do something, you're free to come. You're like, oh, 100%. I'm like, this is fucking weird because I haven't talked to you in years. So I'm like, this is gonna be a weird conversation because
Did you find him through TikTok? Did
Yeah,
you
he showed
reconnect
up
with
on
him through TikTok?
He showed up on my feed.
You showed up in his for your
Yeah,
page.
and I was
That's
like,
awesome.
I saw
That's
your
how
face. I'm
he
like,
reconnected
that's
with you.
Ernie. And I
You're
was
like,
what's
holy
his last
shit.
name? And it's like, oh, it's
Yeah.
Ernie Enriquez. I looked at my phone and I typed in Ernie.
and you go,
popped
Ernie?
up.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah, he showed up in his
Yeah.
for your page. Yeah. And
that's
he's
so
just like,
funny.
I know
Thank
this
God
guy.
I still have my cell phone.
Do you have a different phone now, or is that like the same one?
Fuck no.
Oh, okay.
It'd probably be a Nokia or
Did
some
you still
shit.
have his contact number?
Yeah, when it popped up. It's Tyler. Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So I was like, but I
We
know
never changed numbers.
I know
actually
multiple
have, like,
Tylers.
a couple of my old managers' numbers still on my phone. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing with this shit? Get
I
the
know
hell
multiple
out of my
Tylers,
phone.
but then I realized, oh, this is
yeah,
Tyler.
yeah.
Tyler.
I had to. I was like, he probably knows lots of Tylers.
No, I only know a couple, but yeah. So
So that's how you guys reconnected?
that's how we reconnected, and then I just was like, wait, anytime you're like, you took me up on it hella fast.
Yeah, dude.
Like,
well,
sure.
Well, first time, when I first messaged you, I was like, wait, why has it been so long since we talked? And I was like, did I do something wrong? I wonder.
No.
That's the
Life
first time I
happens.
had.
Isn't that funny?
I was like, did I do
I haven't
something?
talked to this
I was
guy.
like, wait, last time I remember was when we went to Comic-Con and stuff like that, and then we had tons of fun. I had a lot of fun at least. Then I was like, wait, did I forget to pay him maybe? Like, did I owe him money?
Maybe I should have said that so I
should've-
get more money.
Yeah.
No, I just think everything.
I don't think I did, but
You guys just got busy. That's all.
And Macy's kind of fucked up things. I think
Yeah.
you end up, like you said,
Well, I
you were
left.
going away.
Well-
I end up taking leave, and again, I don't want to get way into it, but
Anyway,
yeah, we end up both just parting away from Macy's, and I got really in a deep place where I cut off like a lot of people because no one was really reaching out to me. So again, my telephone works both ways. I try to reach out to people, but once they stop, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, but then I was like, if you could give me, I go, things to talk about, because normally what we like is
sorry.
no,
I have no
it's
idea.
you got something right here.
I got this right here.
Yeah.
This is what I
No, I
can
didn't mean it like that, but I'm saying right here, you guys have something. Mainly, I always, when we invite someone that's like not our normal group of people, those people we already know what they watch and stuff. So with
Gotta
someone,
bring something to the table.
we want them to bring something so they have something to talk about, and then
Yeah.
we beforehand already will. I have a million questions.
I could talk
already.
about when you put my shoulder back in the socket. I'm sure everyone wants to hear that. I'm just kidding.
I know you already.
Let's just do a live reenactment. I'll pop
Oh,
it out
God.
or he pops it back in.
Oh God, no! I hate the way it sounds.
It was.
We were playing
That was it right there.
we were playing frisbee, and
Oh shit.
I think I like jumped hug him or something like that, and all I heard was ow, 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 and I'm all like, what did I do? And he's all like, my shoulder just needs to
Jesus.
get popped right back
Does
in.
that
I'm
just
all
happen
like,
to you all the time?
It used to. I went to therapy or physical therapy. Now
yeah,
it
I
doesn't.
felt like a
Hasn't
total
been
dick.
in
I
a
did
long
not know
time.
anything about it, but that was the first time I heard it, and I was just like, but yeah, like he didn't freak out. He didn't anything. It was just like, ow. Ow, ow.
Yeah,
And
it
I'm
hurts,
like,
but, like, I know
my
it
brain's
happened.
like, what is happening? What is happening? How am I hurting him? What am I doing? Did I stab him? What the hell? And yeah.
Should have told her what was going on.
You think I could think with that much pain?
I don't.
Yeah, no.
I've never had my
I
shoulder.
was kind of like the universal sign for get the fuck off of me and figure out what's wrong with me.
Yeah, because like it wasn't, he didn't freak out. He wasn't mad. It was just the most calm, ow.
I don't even remember
ow.
this.
I
It's
do.
happened so many times.
I do. I've only three times. I've experienced it 3 times with you. But the first time I remembered, I'm like, oh, fuck.
How long ago was that? We fought.
We're like way
Me
past the
and
time where it
him-
would even
me and him
matter.
met
I said we fuck.
Me and him met in 2011.
Fuck. Sorry, it's just
Yeah.
funny because I was like, "Oh, we fuck," but I didn't mean to say it like that. I mean, like we
Wait, you misspoke? That's impossible.
Oh, by
Ernie.
the way, if you say anything grammarly wrong, this asshole will
Grammarly?
See?
Grammatically.
See,
That
whatever. He'll
You
fucking
just line
correct you.
that shit up for me, bro.
He doesn't understand. I grew up where a place where people had horrible.
It's
That's
okay.
not an
I'll just curse you
excuse.
out in a different
We
language.
all went
if
to
you do
public
that to
I can
me.
live with that.
Okay.
I went to a horrible.
I can't
public school.
correct you on that. But he has no reason not to. He's a native born citizen. You know,
Shut
his
the
first language
fuck up.
is English.
Half of America can't even
corrects-
speak
and
English
I hate
properly.
I hate half of America.
I
Did you hear
spell
that?
better
half
than
of America.
I spell better than like half the people that speak this as their only language.
Yes.
For
She
Christ's
does.
sake.
So what's your first language?
Tagalog?
What?
Oh,
what is it?
Philippines.
Philippines.
I'm not a smart man.
I'm not the
I
smartest
was actually
man.
born here, but I was sent over to the Philippines when I was just a baby, and I was raised there until I was
What's John?
12.
Vietnamese.
He's Vietnamese.
But I feel like
Your buddy Jack is Filipino.
I feel like he
right?
brings up Philippines. No, Jack isn't.
You knew a Filipino guy though. You and John always talked
Yeah,
about
we-
You
Filipinos.
guys only know one? What the hell?
Yeah.
I know. I grew up around plenty of Filipino.
We try to
people.
avoid people mostly.
I mean, your wife
When you're
works
a
with a bunch
circle-
of nurses. How do you not know more
Oh
Filipinos?
yeah, that's true.
we have
Like
we
all
have-
nurses are
we
Filipino.
have a circle of assholes, and there's pretty limited to who wants to hang out with us. It's kind of hard to take us all on. My son literally like wants hey, Declan and Darnay are coming home. Can you clean up? He's like, oh, like he knows we're gonna.
You should clean up anyway.
It's not that he don't care about cleaning up.
I'm gonna have a word with your son.
Okay. You could go look
I
at
just
him.
come out with like, ow.
You could look at him eye to
Ow.
eye. You guys are about the same height.
Yeah, that's not. That's not a big fucking statement.
Well, hey, I want to
Yeah.
get on to what her spill and what she does because that's what I'm interested about.
Hurtful.
Oh.
Good.
That's our kink.
That works. Whatever
So,
works.
What
So.
do you do?
I actually started streaming on Twitch not long after my mom passed away.
She's a variety streamer.
I am a variety streamer, and
On
I
Twitch.
first started streaming on Discord because I was
Seemed like her
playing.
little-
Know what that means.
I
figure.
I got it. I think he explained it to me. I feel like you're her little bitch. Because she's just like talking. You're like, she's this.
Somebody's bitch.
I'm somebody's bitch.
You know, like,
Yeah. Go ahead. Carry on.
But I first started streaming on Discord because I was playing DC Universe Online, and I have way too many fucking hours in that goddamn game. It's
Yeah, I think
disgusting.
you brought
Welcome
that
to
up
the
to me.
world of MOBAs.
And so, right around the time my mom wasn't doing well, I kind of like pulled away from the league that I started on there, and I kind of just didn't want to play the game anymore. And I had to I would still hang out in the Discord because I was still trying to keep the league alive, even though I wasn't active
Now,
anymore.
when you say League Alive, is that people that are in your group or?
A league is a guild.
Okay.
So a league is a guild, so you have a bunch of members,
like the Justice League.
and so we had a guild or a league, and I spent so much time trying to keep the league alive, keep it active, come up with good ideas for things to do to keep everybody playing with each other.
How many people would you have in it?
At one point, I had like 113 people.
And what do you do to keep it like? I'm coming from a world where my son
We would do
plays
raids
Fortnite
together.
fashion shows and shit like that. So
No,
do you
we
do like
would
weird
have
things?
we would do world bosses. So I set up specific days that I would get everybody to gather together and be the one
you
day
get
that we
nothing
can do
from
raids
this.
and leagues. No, it's just me playing a game with a bunch of people, but also stressing the fuck about it because you have to make it work.
How long were you around Ryan when he was playing World of Warcraft? Were you like, did you
Long
see him
enough-
all the time?
No,
Did you know what he was up to or anything?
kind of.
That's basically what she's talking about.
Okay.
So like,
I watched while his hair started to go bald from wearing his headset. That was the same house. The same house
Yeah.
that you went to. He had a small room in the back, which he was our roommate. And yeah, he would stay in there all the time and play World of Warcraft.
That makes sense now.
Anyway, so you're doing the league stuff, and then
And
what?
then right when my mom started to get worse because she was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, I started to not want to play games, and I would just play other games, but I would stay in the voice chat with people on Discord. And
Get-
so
you just not with the
I would just
I'm
talk
old,
with people
dude.
while I was doing it, and then people would be like, "Hey, share your screen so I can watch you play." So then I would do that, and they would actually watch me play whatever game whatever game I was playing, and they're all like, "Dude, you should totally try streaming on Twitch." And I'm just like, ugh.
I hate being old. How old are you?
I'm 34.
So you're still around me, and I feel really old. So here's the thing. I was telling Crystal about this last night.
I hate change.
She was mad that, number one, I was up too late with you. She was like, you need to go to bed early. After doing IOP, they really want you to get good sleep and go to bed early. And IOP is intensive outpatient program. So
Yeah.
they teach you, anxiety, depression things. Sorry if I keep hitting you.
Not at all.
Keep on. So she wasn't happy about that, but I feel like such an old man because he's like, are you on? And I'm like, yeah. Like, what do you press? Like, I'm clicking microphones and shit. I'm like, why can't I hear you? He goes, I can hear you. He's typing to me, and I'm like, and it really sets you back of being an old person because you this is what you went through with your parents or older people.
You're not an old person. You're just not familiar with something. There's a lot of you and me don't know rocket science, but if we walk into a lab, we wouldn't know what buttons to press to turn on the nuclear reactor, would we?
I'm just lazy to learn stuff like that. I don't care.
That's it. It's not that you're old. It's just that you're lazy. There's a difference.
Said he's stupid.
He's not stupid.
So
he's passionate about things that he loves.
When did you meet Tyler during all this?
Me and Tyler met in 2011 when I was working at the hotel
She
right
worked
next
at
to
the hotel
his.
next door.
Competition.
It was like a Romeo and Juliet hotel story.
It's funny because in the hotel industry we would
it's
do
a little
on
hotel
calls
incestuous, isn't it?
To see like each other's numbers in case we have to do like if we need to walk people to a specific property because we don't have rooms for them, etc. So that we would do on calls and call all the hotels here. And so I answered the phone one day and Tyler asked for the numbers, and it was like the same day you decided to visit the hotel.
Yeah, I came
He's
over.
like, let me check this person out.
Wait, no, I needed something. I think
A table?
Towels
No.
Or pillows. I needed.
It was
something.
It was a bed. You
Oh,
needed
that's right, it was
a rollaway bed.
pull-out.
Yeah, you needed a rollaway bed.
I needed an extra bed, if you know what I mean. And
that was the setup. That was the setup for the pickup line.
But it's funny because he walked into our hotel and
she was yelling at the maintenance guy in Tagalog. It was so fucking hot. Like that's what got me. It was so hot, dude.
So his first impression of me.
I remember a talk you had with me about your boner working better at one time. And I don't know if it dealt with that, but you had a talk with me, and it was.
Wait,
I believe it.
What?
Dude, Declan.
Your boner working better sometimes.
Sometimes
No,
there's better boners and not
Yes.
boners.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I don't want
We were specifically applying it to you, and I was like, how?
I don't want to throw out his business because this could have been.
But this could happen. I guess in theory, it could happen to anybody.
It could have
right?
been
You probably get
years
harder
before her
for certain.
No,
things.
he had a long discussion with like lately they've been really really good and stuff like that. And it was like
but you found it.
It was a regular conversation. Like for me, I don't give a fuck. He didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
That's the best thing when you meet the right people in the world. You could just sit there and talk about bullshit.
Penises.
Yeah, and like Donnie is
He's a prude.
he's a dickhead that he's like, I'm not telling you what porn stars I watch. I'm like, what a fucking loser. Who cares?
You watch porn stars?
He's afraid they'll cheat on him.
Oh
Yeah,
my
I
goodness.
guess. So anyway, so around that time though, were you still doing the online thing?
No, I actually wasn't gaming back then because I didn't have a computer.
Yeah.
So you did all that DC stuff afterwards.
Like
Oh,
recently.
way
It's
after. Because I used to play video games like ever since I was 8. I was playing video games in the Philippines. I
You're
would
not
play.
one of those fake gamer girls.
No, in the Philippines, I actually played Tiberian Sun. I played StarCraft.
So you were born there.
I was born here in Travis Air Force Base, but I got sent there.
Like
Are you
Brad-
military, Brad?
Well, she was.
Yes, my biological father was in the Navy.
It's such a demeaning
Sperm donor,
word that they use. Like
basically. Not
He's a
like-
piece of shit.
Yeah.
He can go fuck off and die.
it usually happens that way when they disappear. It's usually
No, he didn't
not the best.
disappear. He was in jail, so he's a fucking asshole.
What a winner!
Oh yeah, he was.
Real
yeah.
fucking winner.
So what gravitated you first to the DC though? Were you big into comics and stuff?
Yeah, I actually have all of the lanterns tattooed on my back right now.
Oh, tatted?
Yeah.
That's dope.
It's
What's your favorite lantern core?
Can you guess?
Guess.
Red.
The one that
pretty
only
obvious.
has females.
Oh.
Star Sapphire, right?
Orange.
That's fucking ill. I like that.
She got the wings,
It doesn't have the
too.
black and white because white ink doesn't show up on skin, so I just kept it with the basic 7.
Yeah, that's still dope though. See, I want DC on my back too, but I want Batman stuff. But
Oh yeah, you should.
I'm
get
not
it.
a big fan of the lanterns.
I love the lanterns.
I just hate the rings because the rings give them their power. But
I love the lanterns.
I have to read more. I've bought lantern trade books to read. I haven't read them yet. It's been years. They've been sitting there because I want to give them a chance because Jeff Johns wrote a lot of good ones, and I want to read his books. But
What were the ones that the old ones used to read?
Oh, Gen 13 was my comic
Gen
book.
13.
That was my comic
Gen
book
13
series.
was it Image?
Nope, it was DC.
No, DC bought it eventually.
But and then they had like.
rebooted it, kind of with the New 52.
Did you know that they made a animated cartoon of DC and it was done by Disney?
No, I did not know that.
It was done by Disney.
That's hilarious.
And I watched it. It's on YouTube right now. It's like 38 minutes long. It's on YouTube.
that's crazy.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Gen 13.
Yeah, that was my favorite comic book. I also really liked Danger Girl.
Yeah.
This is Declan's mic, I believe, the limp one.
And then
yeah, now it's yours though.
I was also obsessed with Spawn, and I was of course obsessed with Witchblade.
I didn't get into any of those.
I got into Spawn because of Witchblade.
I guess I was
You had your edgy characters right there.
I had I'm trying to think what am I? I wasn't a sellout. I wanted to like all the mainstream guys. Marvel and DC.
Oh, you're a bandwagon
She's liking
fan.
like Image and Spawn was Image. Dark.
He's a sheeple.
Yeah.
You're one of the sheeple.
I didn't branch off because there was like Gen 13, Savage Dragon came out in Image, Darkhawk came out in Image. It was a big time. A lot of Marvel writers and artists left to go start their own company, which was Image. Now Image does way different shit, and it's almost...
Did they have Star Wars for a while? Or was that Dark Horse?
Dark Horse had that. Image now is more no capes. It's mainly like Walking Dead and Saga and
No kips.
stuff like that.
No kips.
Speaking of which, the Shazam trailer came out today, and I was mad that
I have not seen it.
he
The
does
Black
not,
Adam trailer.
Black Adam.
I
I'm
haven't
sorry.
seen it. I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Does he not have a cape?
No kips.
Not even the...
Only for a second from that
Doesn't
first
he have
trailer.
the short one?
But that's unrealistic
cloak.
and untrue.
But the truth is, it's like, and that's why I liked the depiction. Sorry, Shazam's like one of my favorite DC movies because the depiction of Shazam as a character is cartoonized because it's a kid imagining what a superhero to look like, right? Whereas Black Adam's like the literal thing. So of course he has like more of the hood and stuff like that, but the cape gives him this aura when he flies down, much like it does with Superman, right? Where
Like
it flows
Moon Knight?
behind him, and just that imagery of like this kingly figure coming down like that is like a very powerful imagery.
I've been watching.
Zack Snyder would eat that shit up.
Oh god.
You eat your heart out, Zack Snyder.
It's hard because we try to be open because you don't want people to be like
You don't want
I
to
don't
be
want
biased.
Yeah, I don't want to
wanna
watch
be
you
neutral.
because you hate all Zack Snyder shit. I'm sorry, I don't like a lot of
You don't even like 300?
300. I liked it at the time.
So you didn't like Shazam? Or
I
did you say you did?
love Shazam.
I like Shazam a lot because it actually is like a Marvel movie in a DC world. Sadly,
I love it. But
Yeah.
see, I actually had one of my internet kids in the league that I had. There was a couple lost
they're
children.
called your
that became-
kids.
Yeah, they became my kids. Yeah, one of them still calls me every day, and I was with them while they're doing their transition right now. So,
oh wow,
Beautiful.
So yeah, I'm
Good-
their internet
it's nice.
mommy.
It's nice for people that are going through things like that to have someone to
Oh, yeah.
go to.
There was actually a time that I was so stressed out because their mother wouldn't took everything away from them, and so there was a whole 2 weeks that they were grounded. But their counselor knew how important I was to them, so their counselor would let them get on the school computers to send me a message on Discord or to call me on Discord and talk to me so that they wouldn't be away from me for the 2 weeks that they
That's
were
nice.
grounded. Yeah.
Would that fall under Pride Month? Like this is Pride Month.
It is
right?
Pride Month.
It
yes.
is Pride Month.
Which I don't really like the fact that we have to have months for different
Ernie
things.
just hates gays. It's just the truth of it. He hates
No.
the LGBT community. And
Look at me. I do not. Declan does.
Look at me.
Declan says
I am
dumb
the,
shit like this
I am
all
the
the time.
homophobe now.
As I'm wearing my pride pin and my pan
Yeah.
pin proudly.
Look, see, Declan, you're a fuck up shit.
My
Declan
back
always does
has
that.
a rainbow tattoo
We'll-
specifically.
I put words in your mouth.
Yeah, all the time. He always like.
I character assassinate people before
There's
they get
lots of stuff in your mouth.
I'll mention something about like a basketball player, and he's like, "Oh, Ernie hates black people." I'm like, "You can't do that because most time
People won't believe you.
because
That's the point. Is I want them to clip out that one scene of just being like, "Oh, you're a racist."
and then
Out of context.
if I ever did get famous, it's gonna be like, look at this
Oh,
video he
TMZ
did.
would love them then.
It'd literally be a compilation of me just and be like,
Baiting
"Look at
me,
this."
lying.
Look at That's literally what it is. It's me just baiting you.
And I'm literally saying like, yeah, that's a good thing for them. And I said, oh, I don't like that Pride just gets a month because it's the same thing with Black History Month. I hate that we have a month.
You hate
Whatever.
black people?
Where it's only it's only a month is what you're saying, right?
Right, exactly.
Like,
Thank you for
why can't
understanding
it just be called-
humanly what I'm saying. Because there's a good stand-up about Mexican history by John Leguizamo, and it's crazy. Like, there's a lot of things that I didn't know about my heritage, and actually made me have a little more pride. Because normally I'm just like, fuck it, dude, I'm just Ernie. But it's kind of nice to hear
I'm
about.
a powerful Aztec warrior.
It's kind of nice. It's kind of nice to hear about the Aztecs and the Mayans, things I never got taught. in
Dude,
high
you're
school.
probably like 3%.
I don't give a fuck. It was cool to listen to the heritage of it.
But that's the truth of the matter is you're a light-skinned Hispanic
You're a
guy.
privileged
You're like
motherfucker,
97% Spanish. Your people did not come up
Your
in
people
America and
came
build the
in-
pyramids. Your people came in and country as much as anyone else did. You gotta cut that out. But hey, maybe you can leave it in because like
it actually happened.
Term.
It actually happened.
Yeah, so you're probably like 97% Spanish. So if anything, you're the bad guy. You're basically
we're all mutts by now. But like I said, there's just things that we all should be able to learn about, and it should be year round. It shouldn't be that. But I guess if we take what we get. You know what I mean? So it's been kind of cool comics wise. Like, are you winking at me a lot?
No, my eyes are dry.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you need to splash some water?
You can splash.
You just keep winking at me. I'm like, motherfucker, are you?
Hey.
Yeah,
like
but that would only lubricate for a couple seconds.
I'm like,
then you'd be
your
have
lady's
some issues.
your lady's right here, dog.
I'll get the camera.
Just like a gecko, just stick your tongue up and lick your eyeballs, or have her do it. It's fine. Just, I can't even imagine somebody licking someone else's eyeball.
But yeah, so it's kind of cool. The
so-
comics do all the
Yes.
right now with the. I always fuck up with it. LBGTQ.
LGBTQIA.
No, did I get it right? Hold on. LBGTQ.
LG.
LG.
Like LG. Just think LG first. Like the brand. Just think that first.
LGBTQ is what it first was.
Q.
Do you know what
Then they added
IA.
IA.
Do you know
I don't
what
know
they
what the
stand
IA
for?
for. I don't know the IA plus. That
So,
that was recently, right?
So
The
can I?
Plus is the premium version.
Yeah, I literally have a meme on my phone that says, "Oh, I don't have that."
get mad at
streaming
him.
service."
He made a joke that probably wasn't right.
He
Because I
is,
can.
he is the most supportive of my gayness. He is truly the most supportive of my
Don't you want to see her
gayness.
with another girl? Like
Ginger Ninja.
what?
Behave.
Behave. How dare you?
I can read people's minds.
But yeah, no, I don't even know how we got there, but
Oh, I was talking
Okay.
about
We
my
love
own
gay people.
child.
LGBTQ.
But
IA plus.
it came up because we were talking about Shazam. Let me just bring us back there.
Mm-hmm.
And one of my internet children didn't like know anything about Shazam when she watched the movie, and she's like, I hate the fact that he is so childish. And I'm all like, that's because he's a fucking child.
The whole
That is
point.
literally what he's just so immature. And I'm all like, that's because he's a fucking child.
That's what made me enjoy
She's
it
like,
a lot too.
he was doing stupid things with his powers. I'm like, he's a kid. He's a kid. That's what it's about.
That's
And then she
actually
finally
the whole
understood the whole concept of it all. And she was just like, oh.
if I hate a movie or
And
love
then
it,
she
if people
liked
complain
it
about those
afterwards.
things, I hate it. Like, why does this character do this? I'm like, because the character does that. That's even if I don't like the movie, I still go like, yeah, the character.
No, I
does
love
that.
the fact that a lot of the things that they were portraying, that they were doing in the film, like, yeah, if I was a teenager and I had a
When
friend
he
with
goes and sees his mom.
yeah, like I would. Oh yes.
That scene, like that movie is so lighthearted, also very dark.
Oh, it made
and
me
emotional.
cry. It made me cry.
People
it made
get
me cry.
eaten.
I cry
bro.
a lot at movies.
Oh, I'm a
Yeah.
crybaby.
People get
it's
eaten,
so
Ernie.
pathetic.
I actually got hit today. Oh, you guys haven't watched Obi-Wan Kenobi, so you don't really know. But yeah, there was a scene in Obi-Wan. I was like, I rethought about when someone like did a meme of it. I was like, oh my god. So shit always hits me. I'm too sensitive, but it's alright.
Moon Knight made me cry. Moon Knight.
Okay, so first of all, with the mental shit, that was really hard.
well, it's funny because from
in
the
mental
first
hospitals,
episode,
I was getting like bad PTSD, but I was like, I'm working through this because this is a great. The love they gave to the Egyptian community and how much they pointed out, like that wasn't really going to be heavily in it. And if you read any of the other Moon Knights, they don't really heavily go into besides Khonshu. But yeah, that was just fucking bonkers.
Yeah, I knew
and,
nothing about Moon Knight
and
before I watched it.
the
great.
episode with the son or the kid version, right? Where he sees that.
Oh
that
my god! But
fucking-
see, I
that
called
hurt.
it in the
Like, that
very
was so
first
sad.
episode. I told
Me and my wife were like crying.
I called it in the
She
very
did.
first episode. I told him this guy's got DID. It was the first thing, like with everything that
see,
they were. I knew it right off the bat.
Reading the comics, I knew already he had a personality.
Oh, for me, I've
disorder.
never.
We've never read the
But
comics,
the
so
first
it was-
episode, I knew right off the bat, like this guy's
he
got
already
DID.
had 3 in the beginning. So the whole time as a comic followers, we're wondering where is
number
the third
3?
one.
Well,
Where in the
I
world
love
is
that
Carmen
one
Sandiego?
scene
So
where
we
they
see
walk past the
esophagus
And I
movie?
called it
red
right in the
one,
very
the
beginning.
red
So I'm like, there's
esophagus.
more than 2.
And
There's more than 2.
and it was like shaking.
And I am really bugged by it because I don't know where they're gonna go because they have a very sweet chemistry together.
Oh yeah.
It's weird because they're the same guy, but
Yeah.
and let's give it all up to Isaac. Oscar Isaac. Oh my god.
I loved it. I really enjoyed it.
He had to act his ass off. I
think he
I
did
highly
phenomenal.
recommend going on Disney Plus and looking up. I told Declan this. It's called assembled, and they always talk about behind the scenes of different shows.
Yeah.
I watched the Moon Knight one.
saw
Oh my god, it's so good.
If you think he's good, have you actually bothered to watch Doom Patrol and learn about Jane?
No, but Doom Patrol is a DC show I do want to watch.
Jane?
And I like Brandon Fraser a lot.
It's got the sad cowboy, Brandon Fraser.
Brendan Fraser, yeah.
Oh man, yes. But
Yeah.
Jane, you will. Yeah.
Jane's got mental issues too, I believe, right? 'Cause
Jane has DID.
Okay.
She does have DID,
there's so
and
fucking
it
many.
actually introduces you to the interworld of the mind of someone with DID and how each personality interacts with each other. It's pretty, and it
you
does a
seen it?
very well job of it.
The closest,
Doom
no, the closest thing I can, besides Moon Knight, that I think you're talking about, it reminds me a lot of Legion. You guys ever watch Legion?
Oh, yes.
Especially
yes.
that very
I didn't
first
watch it
episode
at
of
all.
Legion.
It looked too fucking weird.
You
It
just-
was
It's
fucking
good.
weird.
And it didn't
feels
look
like
like it connected to
good.
X-Men, so that makes me not want to watch it.
It does
You don't
the.
like X-Men?
I love X-Men, but if it's not connecting to it and all the other because I like Oscar Isaac, I'm gonna watch
It
the
kinda
Apocalypse movie.
connects to the
I hated
X-Men
it.
series.
I watched Dark Phoenix. I fucking hated it. And I literally was like, why'd I waste my time? Still, my wife right now, she's doing overnights. That's why I needed a babysitter.
Mm-hmm.
So I try to watch sometimes movies that I know she's not going to care for, but I'll just kill time. I regret it. One of the worst movies to watch, but we had a lot of fun watching it. Have you seen New Mutants?
I loved it. I own it.
Yeah.
I actually enjoyed it.
It was.
a
I thought
lot.
it was good.
It
yeah.
was
You
so
had to,
bad.
You
You,
didn't
had
like
to
it?
come up with it from a different, not from the actual
I mean,
perspective. I enjoyed
Magic's
it.
hot.
Magic. Oh yeah, Magic's hot. The
Dude, she's
I
so
like
pretty.
I like the I don't want to just say the gay girl, but the
bear?
Moonstar. Yeah.
The bear. Yeah.
There's two bears.
There's two different kinds of
In
bears.
your heart,
too.
there are two bears. One
Yeah,
tells only
she's
truth.
the one with the bear.
And the other one tells only lies.
I loved her. I loved.
Moonstar was. I think her name is Moonstar. She was great. I hated the girl from Game of Thrones.
Oh,
Arya Stark.
I
was
hate her.
creepy.
Well, she turns into
I
a
like
German
the
Shepherd.
show.
Yeah, I
and
know.
In the book, she's like a werewolf, dog.
Yeah,
They made her a German
I feel
Shepherd.
like it could have been a lot more ferocious or a lot more.
Well, on top of it, the ending's
scary.
great. The ending was good, but
Yeah.
my homeboy, the only Mexican Hispanic dude there, he always is washing the dishes in every scene.
That is so rude.
We're like, why is Sunspot always? I love Sunspot.
Got his
dude.
headphones on. He's kind of.
I'm like, why is he always washing the dishes? And then
Someone's got to do
where
it.
where's security at? There's no guards in it. It feels like it was a very low budget.
Oh, and
It
the,
was just her. Like
It
it was
was.
just the.
it was just a lady with the grid up
yeah.
and all that.
and
So
the guy from Stranger Things is his.
I hated
absolutely
him as
wasted.
Cannonball. I
He's
hated
wasted.
his story.
He's a good actor. He's a very good actor. I really enjoy
he's
him.
all right. He
I
was-
like him a lot.
I
in
don't like
Stranger
his
Things.
face.
But he plays a very just like shaken person. Like he's very good at playing somebody that's like doing PTSD.
Cannonball shouldn't have that kind of origin though.
I know that's why he's wasted. He's a good actor. I enjoy him a lot in Stranger Things. I think he's one of
I
the
just
better
think his face
roles
is
in
ugly.
Stranger Things.
I don't know why. It kept bugging me the whole
yawning.
time.
Dude, fucking Joe Pesci's ugly, bro. You
Yeah.
still love Joe Pesci, so fucking get over it.
It's true.
God,
It's
you're such a
true.
fucking
It's true.
surface level person.
I only watch beautiful people.
This is why your mom's in a wheelchair.
She's not.
That's why your mom's in a wheelchair.
This is why mom doesn't fucking love you. So going back, you went. So after your Justice League thing, then what'd you go do?
Then I decided to
they
stream
said-
on Twitch.
They said go to Twitch.
Yeah, so I started streaming on Twitch around the time my mom's situation. No, it was
Did-
after she passed away, right?
I think it was after we.
It was
started.
right after she passed
So-
away.
So
I
did
got
that
your-
help
but
you
your-
more? You think? Kind of get your.
It, well, I was doing I was trying to find ways to cope, and like part of my brain was not like was kind like part of my brain was protecting myself from like registering that my mom is going to be gone. So I think my brain just found a way of like changing directions, and that's why I started streaming on Discord, and then I finally decided to stream on Twitch, and not more than a week after I found out that after our friend Trey found out,
Oh,
he
yeah.
came over to the house. He's like, "You need a camera right here," and I'm just
'Cause
like,
you didn't have a camera or anything.
I didn't have a camera. I was
Just
streaming
did it
without a
on
camera, and the
just the
first
game.
game that we were streaming was Borderlands 3.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
Yeah,
I've never played Borderlands. Always wanted to.
It's so
Borderlands
much
2
fun.
is the best game
Yeah,
ever.
Krieg's so much fun.
I was just playing Assault on,
Zero.
on Dragon Keep on Monday with a couple people.
Streaming.
But yeah, so I started streaming Borderlands
With-
3, and for like 2 weeks, I only had like 1 or 2 viewers. And then I got into the networking aspect of Twitch, which is you have to find a community on Twitch because it's like one of the ways you can have it. But you have to find a genuine community. And I found a community with like-minded people that were they said they were pro LGBTQ. But let's
I forgot about
yeah,
this group. I'm thinking of the current group.
No, the current group's. I'm in like 3 groups
like
now. But the very beginning, like I found a group and like within 2 weeks I hit affiliate. So I hit affiliate the beginning of June last year.
So you're making money off it now?
On occasion, but I celebrated my Twitchiversary, which is my 1 year affiliate celebration on Sunday. That's what I did on Sunday.
Awesome.
And so I just played a bunch of community games. So we played some Drawy, which is where I draw a picture and the chat has to figure out what the word is. And then we played Marbles, which is like a game that you partake by just typing in the chat and you just watch the marble go.
Were you part of the community that was doing a lot of
I did not.
sus?
No.
Among Us?
Among Us.
Oh God, no. I'm a terrible liar. Any games that require
that was
me
really
to
big
lie, I will fail.
So little off subject, but still in the same subject. My son is huge into games. Huge.
That's weird.
I don't play a lot of games, honestly.
Yeah, but
he surpassed me. Where when I will jump on Fortnite. Okay, here's the thing. Fortnite people will hate on. I don't give a fuck. Me and my son bonded the fuck over it, and he's fucking amazing at it. So I don't care. He has fun. He plays with his other 10-year-old, 9-year-old friends that he met. It's cool when you hear about people that made these friends online and they became friends forever. He's done that for 2 years so far, and I think it's beautiful, whatever. But what gets me is cosmetics. I hate fucking cosmetics, but what do? They give me the fucking Mandalorian. They gave me Darth Vader. They give me fucking Doctor Doom. So when Logan's like, hey, Dad, there's Venom, I'm like, here's $25. Like,
can't say no.
Yeah, and he's like,
literally can't say
he's
no.
like right now Vader's up, and I'm like, dude,
is that Vader doing the whoa?
Yeah, and he's like, Vader's up, and I'm like, well, just
did
wait.
Vader just dab? Holy shit!
I'm like, how long does it stay up there? And he's like, oh, we got a couple weeks. I'm like,
the
all
thing
right.
is, I know a lot of people. I personally don't play Fortnite, but I know a lot of people that have like kids that they do play Fortnite with. And I appreciate that they actually bond in that way. They spend time with their kid in that way, and I think it's cool.
I tried, I was telling my wife, I feel like we're getting distant because he's getting too fucking good. So I'm like,
the gaps.
He's just like,
so
I can't play with you, Dad. You're bringing my numbers down. Go away.
I am. I used to be way better than him. Then I stopped playing for a while, and then he's like, Dad, remember in season? I'm like, don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And I'll literally tell my son that. My son knows he can't cuss. I'm like, son, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, son. But he's like, Moon Knight. There's the fucking. He doesn't say that. He's like, there's the fucking Mr. Knight.
He didn't say fucking.
Yeah, he doesn't. He'll.
There's Mr. Knight.
He's like, there's Mr. Knight, and I'm like, oh fuck.
Best costume.
We have to buy that. So now lately he's been running around with 2 sticks.
Wait.
Does he like playing with you because it is spending time with you? Okay, so it doesn't matter if you're bringing it down.
It sucks because my wife always points that out to me. I'm like, I never get to hang out with him. She's like, he will drop anything to play with you.
Oh, it's weird that I actually stopped playing Overwatch right when I started streaming.
But anything. Like, he loves board games.
I don't stream.
You ready for Overwatch 2?
Like last night.
Overwatch at a higher frame rate? And with a sex offender's name changed?
So, okay, back to everything. That's what I was saying is he watches all these gameplays. And he watches people that have recorded Twitch, but they put them on YouTube. So he watches all the mods of Among Us. Minecraft, I try to learn it. I was bored out of my fucking mind. But everybody's like, you need to learn different ways. But I let him put it on my computer because my computer, Lucas, was a really good computer guy for us. He did all our tech.
They have a Minecraft Pokemon. If you are into Pokemon, that might make it more fun.
I don't like Pokemon.
Oh fucking Christ!
I do it for my. I do it for my son.
Pokemon is God's gift to man.
I know. My age, I missed it.
You
just
played
by
Pokemon Go, right? When it was big?
No.
For my son.
Even when it was big?
Yeah, no, only. And my anxiety was really bad, so we'd have to drive around in the car.
He says he doesn't play video games, okay?
No, so video games wise.
And you call yourself a gamer?
I used to play.
Are you a fake gamer girl?
My whole life, I played Nintendo, Super Nintendo, GoldenEye, all my jam.
When you pause screen and GoldenEye.
Then once I got, into women, I shouldn't say women, girls, like high school, I really stopped focusing on those kind of things. Even comics, I stopped. My wiener took over, and I just stopped caring about things. Then eventually,
I did for a little bit. I found her, and then I went back.
Well, yeah, that's the thing is, like, I got back into things, and then my wife had to enter a whole different world. But now she thinks she's kind of cool because when girls are like, I shouldn't say girls, but just in general, when they're at work.
When a couple of ladies.
When they're talking, and they're like, what is this? And then she's like, so basically, Thanos came from blah, 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 blah. And so my wife, like, now knows.
She gives them the lowdown.
But then there's times where she's like, what's this? And my son's like,
Oh no, Mom.
Mom,
come
go
on.
away.
Mom,
Stop
come
it.
on. You don't. So I love both of those interactions. The fact that she does kind of know, but the whole thing is, like I said, my son watches all these different things. So I know eventually what he does, he records a lot of his matches. So
And he goes back watching back, or does he post them on?
He just posts them.
Streamer
He posts them on
someday.
YouTube.
He posts them on YouTube, and he's always like, a long time ago, when he was little, we called it the Geeky Goofball Fun Show.
That's what's up.
And so now he just says, I think he still says that. He's like, it's a Geeky Goofball Fun Show. We're going to raid. Blah, 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 blah. So he plays Valiant. He plays
Valorant.
See, I don't fucking know, dude.
I got you. Don't
That's
worry.
crazy. I can't do that.
And then he
It's
plays.
just too twitchy.
I still love you, old man, but it's okay.
He plays Fortnite. And then starts with the R that's like Fortnite?
R that's like Fortnite.
An R the name starts with the R.
What's
Rocket League?
No.
Rocket League is
He
cars.
plays Rocket League.
What's the
I
She does
suck
too.
at
what's
Rocket
the battle
League. No,
royale
I
that's
don't.
based in the Titanfall
It's a battle
universe?
royale.
If my viewers are here,
based
don't
on
play Rocket
what?
League. Don't ever
Is it
ask for it.
Is it Apex?
Yeah, it's Apex.
He plays Apex too, but maybe that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Plays
'Cause
Apex.
It's like Apex, Warzone, and Fortnite. And
Yeah,
nowadays.
those are the big, like, three.
I remember when DayZ was the first game to ever do it.
Yeah.
Dude, watching the early DayZ lobbies, you could just beat the shit out
So,
of people. It was just awesome.
He plays all those, and he's really into all that. So I totally support him.
Does he play on PC or console? Or?
Console, but he's moving. It's my PC because my wife's like, you need.
Well, it's not a real PC. You don't have two monitors.
You need shit for editing. So she's like,
Yeah.
let's go all out and build you. Lucas is gonna build you and buy every piece possible that we need.
Nice.
So we did that, and it was really nice.
I wish he just gave me a fucking.
I'm pretty
computer.
spoiled. Yeah, but we had to actually spend money. But he wants to go
Did
over
he
there.
give you most of it?
No.
I thought it was.
Fuck no.
Okay.
I paid a lot.
Yeah,
But
it's expensive to get it really nice.
it's
It's
good.
even more nowadays.
It's good because it's like, I can play any games and I can. But I wanted it for editing mainly because I couldn't
Yeah.
do it on like Macs. I hated it. Laptop sucked. They crash all the time, and I needed it for all these things we do. But so he's trying to he wants to do, what does he call it, Java Minecraft?
That's just Minecraft.
Okay,
Minecraft
where he could do
Okay.
mods. He can't do the
Oh, I
mods.
see.
He
Yeah.
can't do the mods on
it's
the
not-
PS5.
Yes,
Okay.
because Java is like the
Java just reminds me of the old school JavaScript.
that's what it is.
I know, that's
it's
what I'm
designed
saying.
through JavaScript, but that's JavaScript's only available for
So-
PCs, and JavaScript is easily edited. That's why you can add all the mods in there. So yes, he wants to play on
so
PC.
he's like doing stuff like that. So I don't mind. I have all.
Tell him to be very careful what he's downloading.
Well, he has to ask me for everything.
You can.
Okay, you be careful what he's downloading then.
You
Yeah,
guys
there's probably
should.
stuff-
You guys should ask Crystal before you download. And you know what?
Crystal's in
Call me.
Just call me. Just
call me.
don't worry about
Just
it.
be like,
Just call
hey,
me.
there's
It's
like
fine.
there's this like pop-up ad that says like I want a new iPhone. Should I click it?
It says local
No.
singles.
Local
in my
singles
ear.
looking for me? What?
Dude, I'll
God,
never be lost because I know wherever I am, there's always single females always looking for me
Single Asian female.
in my area too. So they always
They
can find
got you
me, dude.
tagged.
I'll
They
never
know
be
what
lost.
exactly you want.
They figured out what I like.
I'll just get on my phone. I'll click on that thing. I'm in the middle of the
You're
woods.
like, I'm in trouble. I need help.
and they'll just come out of nowhere and
So-
carry me away.
So, anyways, that's kind of like all I've ever experienced watching things. And then when people show me Twitch, like I told Tyler, what I really hated, and this might go against you a little bit, is it seems like
Women?
girls had a lot easier time getting
Oh, that
views.
is false. That is so false.
I think
There you
Tyler.
go,
I
you're in
think
trouble.
Tyler agreed with me. I
No,
swear-
Tyler, that is
You,
false.
he says statistically.
You actually had me use your name. That is how false it is.
What?
Yeah. You
Oh.
made me say.
No, there's no way because
No,
it's not
huh,
against you. It's against the girls that
She
put
just
their.
called you hun.
No, he's
Sit
talking about-
down.
it's against the girls that put their boobs out and they play like some dumb game.
Or no,
I
they
could
no,
do
he-
that.
He was talking about like the hot tub ones. He's saying how it's easy.
That's
to get,
excessive.
Like, yeah, how it's easy for them to get views.
Well,
Yeah,
if
so
you're
it's not,
pushing the
it's
line.
not all females,
No, no.
okay?
Well, I would never say it's all
gamer-
Hashtag not all dogs.
Yeah. Being a female gamer does not mean you get automatic views. That is a false perception that a lot of guys get salty about
I get that,
stream
but
as
You
well.
gonna beat your ass.
And they throw that at our face all the time. Oh, you only get views because you've got your tits out. That's fucking false.
But if you do use that,
You
though,
do got your tits out.
but if you do it where it's not your normal clothing and it's just you
I
trying
cosplay for my streams.
Yeah, maybe people just
yeah,
like,
maybe
maybe
that makes sense though.
maybe women just like to look beautiful. Maybe not. It's not for you.
Okay, I do have a couple girls that I know are titty streamers. We call them titty streamers, but
Okay,
that's
see, I
just
don't know this, but
that's a percentage of the girl streamers.
you know
Ernie, if you were a woman, would you be a titty streamer?
yes.
Okay.
Because I want to get views. That's
All
why I
right,
said
okay, so
it makes it harder, I think, for
the thing
guys. Like
is-
we actually have to bring content, and it has to be good content. Because who wants to look at this
It's
fucking
also a
dude?
generalization.
Can I
It
tell
is,
you
but,
that
like-
my favorite male streamers usually aren't the greatest in the game, but the thing that I watch is the fact that they're actually hilarious. It's not being a good gamer.
Yeah, Ernie,
it's
you're funny.
just
You can do
being
it.
entertaining and hilarious.
I
No,
want to do
no,
it
he
to.
can't.
I want to do it to.
He'd break TOS in a second.
I want to do it. I want to do Twitch to break another, just like how I do TikTok and do everything, to bring more things to us, to all this. Because I eventually want, like, let's say you guys started helping me out, right?
Oh yeah.
Let's say you guys all worked with me somehow and did stuff. I want to feed everybody at the table. I don't care if I have
hungry.
to. I don't care if I have to cut percentages or whatever. Long as we're getting something and we're getting known, even if we don't even get money, but then we're known. Like I said, I told you what I look forward to is like if we go to Comic Cons and I just get to host a panel. Like I get to be Chris Hardwick
That would be sick.
and just talk to the Walking Dead and do the questions and answering. That's fine. Just having a presence in pop culture, that's fine. I don't need to be the guy on the Walking Dead. Like that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking at being the Carson Daly of pop culture. I don't. He's fucking on Good Day or Good Day fucking America or whatever the fuck it's called. But that's my thing. So it's like I try to branch out.
I think Daly's his real last name.
I think so. And that's
But if
why
he's on Good Morning
and that's
America
why
every day. Isn't it kind
I-
of coincidental that his name is Daly?
It
And
is
that
kinda
you
weird.
see him in the morning.
It could just be
daily?
a coinkydink.
I think it's a
Sus.
quink.
I don't believe in coincidence.
Speaking of dumb dumbs, but like Declan's someone that
What the fuck?
as soon as we get into the arena of making money and stuff, like Declan would be one of the first that I would start cutting checks with. Like,
Yeah.
he's been here. He's been with me from the beginning. He's still here with me.
Wait, what?
He puts
Where?
up. He puts up with our schedule. You know, we do this. We do this every week. So it's like, yeah, we put the time and effort. If it was someone that wasn't doing that,
I put minimal effort.
you still are here though. Fine, then I'm not giving you
The
money.
thing is,
Jesus
the only
Christ.
thing I want to ever come out of popularity is I want a group of troglodytes I can yell at. I don't care how big or small. I can be 100 people on the internet. I just want people to yell at. Just call them idiots.
I'm in.
That's why he's on here. A lot of people are like, "Why do you have him on there? He's always so mean." and
Devil's
argumentative."
advocate, bitches.
I go. I
argue the point that no one else wants to argue.
I tell everybody, you need someone. Why rub my leg?
Because I actually touched your leg and I was like, I might as well go full.
I told my dad was like, he's very angry and mad and stuff. I go, that's why he's on there. And he's like, why? I'm like, well, he's my friend. We get
It
along.
creates a balance.
But I go, it's a balance. But also, when you have someone to hate, sometimes people will come back just to watch what the person they're gonna
Oh
say.
yeah, they
publicity.
keep.
Now, I don't want him to fake it.
I mean,
But there's
everybo-
times where I say shit that
every
probably they
show
hate.
needs a heel.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah,
and that's
yeah.
why usually when Donnie's here, Donnie's usually the heel to everybody.
Donnie's-
Then you both attack me.
Yeah.
So
I'm the. You're the good guy. I'm the anti-hero. Donnie's the villain.
Everyone needs a heel.
it's true.
Are you
And
not-
then sometimes there's heel turns, you know.
I prefer the heels over the faces. I think the faces are sometimes.
Well, they say heels
much.
are funner to play.
They.
more fun.
There he is.
Are you sure it's not funnest?
I say, what do I say? Funner all the time, and he cannot
You
stand
should say
it.
funnerest.
I want to make a shirt that I put the funner.
To be honest with you, it's not that I can't stand it at this point. It's a compulsion at this point.
That's fair.
It's like it's just an auditory thing when I hear the break of somebody saying something slightly wrong. It's just like what?
Snap.
It just like takes me out of it. for a
Oh,
second.
by the way, everything. So I used to have product and stuff all around here.
Yeah.
So I'm more and more just gonna have product on the back wall because I took out a bunch of stuff. So we're gonna decorate it more.
How
I'm
is
gonna
this important for the audience?
No, I'm just explaining. I'm gonna repaint the little touch-ups we need, and I'm gonna move around pictures and stuff like that. So just out of curiosity, we're gonna get rid of a lot of the cages. I'll probably drill in the fans, but bring in more.
You don't want it to look like a torture dorm?
No.
We thought it looked like a porn studio.
I was about
Well,
to
when
say,
people
you've seen
walk
some
by,
fuzzy
'cause
handcuffs
there's-
somewhere.
There's so many
Just
off.
randomly somewhere.
Nerds and sex? No. Okay,
Yeah,
I
there's so
tried.
many. We've always talked about doing like a darker, dirtier version, like the night ones. But I'm like, we're pretty bad already.
We don't talk. I haven't lived long enough a life to have an
If you're not-
experience.
If you're not playing as close as you can to the line,
Yeah, I don't.
you're not.
A lot of people.
Are you even living?
My thing is, we should always have. If we get big enough, we should just put all the shit that gets cut on the Patreon. Just if just make people pay for
We've
our
debated on
controversies,
Patreon, so maybe
right?
I could go with you with that too. Have you done anything with Patreon, or
I actually have not.
do you think that would benefit or help you at all? Or
I actually don't know. I know that there's a lot of people that have been asking me for art commissions, but I'm still working on my craft. So
all these like
all of
stickers
these-
brought you designed?
I do pixel art.
Right, you
and
said you did
I
the
make
pixel.
them pixel by pixel.
Okay.
So all
She
of
made
my
those
emotes
pixel
in my
by pixel.
channel are
Okay, God, that's
are
a long
emotes that I
time.
made.
She has
All of
graphics
my
design degree.
layouts for my
Oh, that's
streams.
nice. That's what my
I've
cousin
made.
Ryan has.
All of the ads on my stream, like my advertisement for my shops, are things that I've made. I actually went to school and got my bachelor's in graphics design.
Yeah, idiot. She went
I
to
said
school.
He doesn't
cool.
know.
Ryan
He
did
doesn't
too.
know. But for me, like I've always liked pixel art. I've always played games that have like that pixel heavy feel.
Side scrollers and
My
stuff.
son is pretty good at doing it. If he looks at the picture, and he'll do it on Minecraft on the ground. So in his
Oh, that's
world,
cool.
so in his
Yeah,
world,
he can build it. Like
you'll see the Mario, and I'm like, how did you
So
do
I
that?
do like for me with streaming, yeah. So this is just some of the ads that I've made for my channel, but this is all stuff that I've made, and I do a lot of pixel art, which I do pixel by pixel. And during my charity stream, I actually made this after I read the Harley Quinn comic book, and that's because of Starro Burger. You should read that because Starro Burger is awesome.
Starro Burger, dealing with Starro from DC. Mm-hmm. Oh,
Yeah, so Starro Burger. That it's on the Harley Quinn Black.
see, if I
White,
had
Red
access to
book
things like
6.
this, I'd be making things all the time. Because I always have
it's
I always have
a
ideas
fixation.
for like I was literally so at the end of every podcast, Declan has to say that's a podcast because early in the years we were like we need to sign off, and eventually Declan just kept saying that's a podcast. So a couple nights ago, I was working on I didn't even tell him I was working on Looney Tunes, the circle. Instead of that's all folks, I wrote that's a podcast, and I was like, dude, this might work. And I'm trying to think of how.
He's sticking out the thing. Like,
I was thinking you need to have a cartoon version of you of that and saying that's a podcast. So like I'd be working with days with stuff like this if I was
so
able
this
to
is,
do it.
some of the pixel art that I've actually done. I made a bunch of LGBTQIA cups that I'm going to make into stickers. But I pretty much just do pixel art,
She's got
and
tons of pixel art that she's made.
It's just what I do.
Is it just something you just enjoy even when you're bored or?
Lately I've been really stressed out, and so to try and find the balance.
Is it kind of reliever?
Well, it's trying to find a balance
have to do it that
because
time.
where I'm working right now, we switched the program that we use for the company, and we moved buildings within the past 3 months. It's been super stressful, which I needed to find a balance from that. So my hyperfixation went on focusing on making pixel art, and then focusing on getting ready for my 1-year Twitchiversary because I wanted to have product. And one of the things that I wanted to do is have my shop ready to launch on my Twitchiversary.
So on your shop, what would you have on there? Like what kind of stuff?
These stickers are for sale in the shop. We've got my pen available there. I've got another pen that's going to be arriving in the next 2 weeks, and so that's going to be listed on my shop. And then I have a shop that also has merch, like sweaters and stuff with my art on it. And one of them is actually like one of my Daku controllers that I made that says Player 1, and then there's another sweater that has the controller that says Player 2.
so you might have to let me borrow one of these, by the way.
Why?
Well, keep one of these. I tell you, my dad broke my longboard.
I was on the phone when
I
you
drove
walked.
over it.
Well,
I was
you
on the
guys
phone.
I'm gonna
don't
buy a
live too
white, but I'm gonna buy a
far.
white one.
I was on the phone
You
when
guys
you
don't live too far.
whatever
I'll
you
just-
think
you
is-
walked in the
I'll
house.
bring you stickers.
Sure.
You don't live far. I'll just.
You walked in the house.
Come
You're like,
here.
someone broke my fucking
I'll
board. What
come
the
back
fuck's
and
going
talk about
on?
wrestling. I'll come back and talk about wrestling.
No,
I'll come back and talk about comics.
So what happened with Lucas being gone? We decided to call it the revolving third chair.
Well,
So
Ryan's sort of the honorary third member.
Ryan probably is going to be picked to be the third one. My cousin. Why? Because he's pretty mellow and he's very what I look at as far as the chemistry. Like I think all of us are pretty good. We're all talking stuff, but he number one knows a shit ton about stuff, about comics and movies and stuff. He gives me all the scoops of rumors and stuff like that I do write-ups on whatever. But he's also the calmest. So I think it's nice when me and him are arguing, he doesn't have to chime in and argue, because Lucas would be quiet the whole time, but when we're arguing, Lucas would chime in and start arguing too.
But Lucas, the difference between Lucas and Ryan is Ryan brings more to the table in terms of seeing things.
That's
right?
the sad thing about Lucas is he enjoyed.
But Lucas breaks the stalemate.
he enjoyed talking. Yeah, he does bring the stalemate. He enjoyed hanging out and talking, but he never got chance. He would be setting up this for us, watching. We used to have a huge TV, but I was like, I'm not putting a big TV in this room. It's gonna be too hot. So I bought this little tiny LED TV.
It's your Michael Scott TV.
I made you. You have no idea how obsessed I am with The Office. So everybody, dude, I wish you were.
But you lost to Connor, though.
I know. We did the challenge. We did Office challenge, and I lost.
What's that?
Again, I told you every.
I had a bunch of trivia questions
every month.
Can I tell you that whenever I'm working on stuff on the computer and he goes to bed before me, he'll make sure that the Office is left turned on in the room.
Like
so I walk into the room.
You can ask any of these guys. They hate
that
that The Office is usually on in our house nonstop. It's good white noise because we watch it all the time, and my wife just lets it roll through, and my son knows it. My son will deliver the best. I wish I had 100 friends or 100 kids so I could have 100 friends and no one could say no to me. My son could do that whole thing as a little kid and it's perfect. So yeah, we have the little TV and he would sit there.
Michael Scott TV.
Michael Scott TV, and he would try to watch. We're gonna talk about like what?
Anything.
Like fucking
Hawkeye, whatever.
Whatever.
On his
and he's
phone
trying to
or
watch it while he's like cooking, and it's like, dude, you can't.
You can't focus on the conversation.
You can't get
on,
it. You can't get a perspective.
Yeah.
And he was just doing it to please us. So when he eventually was like, "Yeah, would you be upset if I left?" and I was like, "No." He's like, "When you got back even from the hospital," he's like, "I was thinking about not coming back. Then I felt bad." I'm like. So whatever. So far as that, we always call it the revolving chair because we always will bring other people in. But mainly, my cousin will come in the most because he's free. But then there's times we have like a buddy that knows a lot about.
Donald.
Oh, we have a guy, Donnie. He's just fun to have because we fight all the time. So
you had your sister on too, right?
My sister only.
I always enjoy the conversations
My
with
sister
your sister
really wants to do her own.
Oh.
After she saw how we do it, she really got inspired to do it. And I said, "You can do it. You're an Enriquez, like
it's in your blood."
I go, "You're good. You're good at talking and stuff." And she bought stuff for it. I told her, "Don't do video. We do video because it's, I don't know, a little different." I told her I wouldn't go video first.
And I told you this when we started this. It would have been a way easier process if we had just started audio.
I didn't like it. I enjoyed too many podcasts where people see our interactions and how we look at each other, how we argue, and how our hands move. I enjoyed a lot of that. How where our attention shift, you could see that. I liked it more
Especially
like a talk
nowadays,
show.
Like
yeah,
that's what everybody's doing is you want to see. You're kind of part of it. Almost makes you part of the conversation.
Yeah, and you see people look at people or whatever. So
look at the camera and say hi.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just staring down the troglodytes in the audience.
Look at him. Look at him.
Come, please.
Look at him right there. Look at that one jerking off.
Oh, God. But to who?
We see you, Adam.
My cousin.
You didn't have to say a cousin. He could have been anybody.
Anybody named Adam, yeah.
But I just knew that there's a chance that somebody named Adam was going to.
Okay, fair enough. I doubt my cousin.
Wouldn't it be more likely that it would be something like a Josh?
We see you. I was gonna say we see you jacking off Crystal.
Wouldn't that be more like the most common name is Josh or Jason?
I mean, if I'm that hot, I guess to her,
or
we
like
have a kid.
Matt. Yeah, like I feel
we see
like
you jacking off
Matt,
Patricia.
How you doing?
Maybe.
Hope you're doing good.
What?
It's my ex's name. Don't say that.
Patricia.
Yeah.
Oh,
Jesus.
Zoe.
Did you call her Patty?
No,
Oh,
fuck. No.
God.
She hated that. She did not want to.
My dad calls my
Not
mom
sexy.
Charlie.
That's the. Oh.
But anyway.
She likes it though.
I like the concept of I like girls with boy names. I like it with the masculine
Blake Lively,
names.
Yeah.
There is.
I mean, Star Trek Discovery. Her name is Michael, and I'm just
There
like,
is
Evan Longoria and Yvonne.
There was a
What's
name
the
I
other-
really
what's
liked.
the
That was
singer? Oh my God.
a guy name on a girl, and I really liked it.
Jeff.
Billy.
Yeah, her name is Jeff.
I like Billy as a girl name.
Billie
I love
Eyelash.
Billy as a good name.
Billy English.
Eyelash.
Eyelash.
English.
It's Billie Eilish.
Eilish.
But I call her
Eilish,
Eyelash.
but she hates
I'm out
it.
of the loop of all the.
It's fine. It's fine. We know you're old. It's
No
okay.
way. No way
mentioned
you don't
were
know about
old.
Billie
It's
Eilish.
okay.
There's literally no
Oh,
way.
I know Billy. I'm saying I'm out of the loop
Yeah.
of like
How do you know Billie Eilish?
Internet.
Reddit.
Mm-hmm. Why do you know her on Reddit?
Because dudes are like, "Hey, bro, who want to jerk off with me today with watching Billie Eilish pictures?"
She has all her clothes on. It's so awesome.
Dude, I literally made a comment about one thing. I think it wasn't her,
It's
but
so gross when people count down the age.
I made a.
Somebody's
Right?
legal.
Oh, it's yeah.
It's so gross.
I
You're
made a
basically admitting you're a pedophile.
It's just weird.
grooming.
You're just admitting.
I typed,
No, they're not. They're waiting.
Uh huh.
I typed
It's
something
in the
about a
wing.
girl or whatever, like, oh, I didn't know this girl had like plastic surgery done. Some dude messaged me that you want to talk about her, and I'm like,
no.
Like I mainly started using Reddit to get the rumors for Marvel, DC, and all that stuff. So I was like looking at leakers that were leaking stuff. Then of course my
Do you post on Reddit?
No, I only did like a few comments like that where I'm like,
and that's why he got those messages. And he's like, never.
Yeah,
again.
I'm what we call.
Never
I don't know. If
you're a lurker.
I was about to say I don't know if you know what that is. I'm a lurker.
I'm impressed.
I'm a lurker. No. So, anyways, what are you going to do? You're going to launch a...
I've already launched it.
You already launched it?
Yeah, it's
so
live.
So how do you do it, though? Like, you sell pins, stickers? You're going to do hoodies?
I sell pins and
Ernie,
stickers and...
I gotta take this call.
Go ahead.
Okay.
I got people to talk to.
Love you, Declan. Bye.
I don't know. I don't have anyone to talk about stuff with now. Bye.
It's all over.
It's over. Goodbye.
Who are we going to argue with now?
It's okay.
We'll figure it
So,
out.
anyways, we're going to talk about me now. Thanks.
Yes.
Okay. There we go.
There's an argument for you.
You win.
Thank you.
That's the way it always goes.
Anyways, so
So, like, you want to do, like, hoodies and stuff like that?
I have some hoodies.
So how do you go about that? Because I've
Okay,
gone through
so
companies to do T-shirts
I have
for us.
2 shops. I have one that's specifically for merch, which I don't get like. The thing with this, I like the fact that I have it as a shop is because it's made to order. I don't get much of the money, but I don't come up with it. Aside from the design, I don't come up with any of the product. It's the company that does it. So they take most of the money and I get like a percentage of it, but I'm okay with it. It's just to get my merch out there.
I mean,
And
ultimately,
Her
that's
design and her brand.
'Cause
that's
it's-
ultimately what I
because
would
with
care about, too.
clothing, that's why I have stickers and things that are less size inclined versus these are things that I can sell to anyone, any size, any age, stickers and
Shirts
pins, right?
was a hard thing for
Yeah,
us. We
shirts
did
are
that.
very
We did that
difficult
with our store. We made.
You don't have enough smalls, you have too many extra larges.
I didn't know what to do size wise, so we
it's
started.
frustrating. Like the only thing you can possibly do is get a survey of your viewers and see, like, hey, can you tell me what size you are so I know what merch to carry?
We
It's
mainly
awkward.
did it for the store, so I knew what type of sizes, kind of. But at the same time, it's like, are they gonna want to really rock your brand? Because honestly, you should be giving it to them, so then they're gonna wear
So
it.
they'll advertise
But it's
for
so
you.
But then it
make
costs
it.
me money.
It's
Right.
so costly to make it.
So it's like one of those things that was hard for me to try to figure out. And even now, we were in talks with one guy because my cousin Adam, actually, he was saying that he wanted the podcast logo on he does paintballing on a jersey. And I was like, that's cool. Then he's like, I think he could do you T-shirts and stuff. I'm like, that'd be great. I'm very big on shirts, and
Merch are great.
hats. I'm very big on all
I
those.
have hats on my shop too.
See, so how do they
yeah.
do the hats? Are they?
They do embroidery in the hats, and it's
That's nice.
It's like I said, it's a website that they can go
Fuck the whole
to.
camera
They
there.
can pick whatever design they want. They can pick what size they want, and then it will be made to order. And usually, it ships within 5 to 7 days after they order it.
That's nice.
So that's what I'm using for the clothing brand for me because
There's
are
there-
we cool? We
th-
good?
There is a
Yeah.
website
I think
that
so.
I was using that was kind of like that, but I think I had to put the orders in. But do you have a big enough following that people are buying and stuff?
How many followers do you have?
Right now, I actually am
Tyler, can you
at
get water, please?
318 followers on my Twitch, I think. Or wait,
How
is it-
many? I'm sorry, I
hold
didn't
on,
hear.
I think I'm at
318.
No, I think. Hold on.
Ooh.
Hold on.
You're at 400.
I thought I was. That's why I lost track. Hold on. 515. I celebrated
Yeah,
my
I'm
300 not too long ago. But yeah, I
Awesome.
I celebrated my 300 followers not more than a month or two ago. So I went from 300 to 500 followers.
That's
So I'm
awesome.
at 515 followers right now. And depending on what game I'm playing, because I'm a variety streamer, there's a lot of streamers out there that's focused on one specific game. Dead by Daylight, fucking die game. Sorry, guys.
As
But,
a Magic fan, I've watched plenty of streams for people that just play Magic.
Actually, I
24 hours.
started watching things on Twitch because I wanted to either learn how to get through something in a game, and I would like to watch people do it. And then the other one is I like to watch tabletop RPGs on Twitch. They actually have So
What-
Like Critical Role?
Critical Role was one of them.
Dude, so
And then one of them was Vampire the Masquerade.
well, because we tried that wrestling one, the RPG.
Yeah, that's...
The RPG. It might be just resetting. It might be hitting the hour mark.
No, we're past an hour. No, it's done.
Okay, then we'll just do audio the rest. The wrestling RPG, We recorded it. I had to set cameras up differently. It took so much work, and then we didn't know.
It was so hard.
We didn't know how.
You didn't read the book. You're supposed to be the DM, and you didn't read the book.
I know. I had the story written all out because I'm.
But you didn't read the book.
I read the book, but it was confusing.
This is why you don't let somebody DM if they have a 3rd grade education.
Make sure it's still recorded, because last time you're like...
It is. I've been checking it multiple times.
Yeah, so it...
Doesn't mean it's not going to cut out. I don't know if that's doing something program-wise.
Then we just keep checking it.
But
yeah, so anyways. Yeah, so that one kind of sucked, but I really, really wanted to do it. And I like D&D type things and stuff like that, and I always think that we should branch into that. But it's... one of those, because like we could easily do it like this in audio and whatever.
You can do it on Tabletop Simulator.
That as well. We've talked about a bunch of different things, how we're going to do it, and we have a connection to another guy that does podcasting, and he does a lot of stuff. And I don't know if you guys have heard, it's in downtown now. Well, used to be Oblivion.
There used to be a comic shop called Oblivion Comics.
Now it's called
Under.
Now it's called Here and There. There and Back.
Yeah, Oblivion Comics was more like a cafe with comic books in it.
Now it's called There and Back, and it's a cafe, kind of Lord of the Rings theme. Okay. But they have it's so.
Just let me know when they sort their magic, and then
it's
I'll
go
by.
It's so well. Their magic is around the corner at their bookstore.
Reckless Rages.
We've been searching for cards all day today and last night. So
the Kool-Aid.
Is
cardboard crack, baby.
So they have a nice sitting area. I donated a bunch of board games to them when I first went in there. They do trivia nights, so I'm trying to edge my way in there to work with them too, where I could run magic events and stuff, but I also want to do other things like videos there and stuff like that.
You like edging?
If I have time.
You tried it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I think antidepressants are basically edging because you're like taking forever to get there, but yeah, so it's just looking for the right avenues. And like, see, with us, we just got over 300 subs, and that was huge to me
on your
YouTube. Yeah. Then it kind of knocks you down a little bit, because it's like, dude, I've been trying forever and it's cool. Then you get back to reality and you're like, are they gonna leave me soon? Because people drop all the time.
Oh my god,
it's a slow grind. It's a slow grind.
It's definitely a lot of work, and it can't be like, oh, you're there. No, you have to keep working
I literally posted it on our Best There Is Entertainment Facebook, which only has a few followers. My store has like 1,000 followers.
That's awesome.
So that's different.
That's awesome.
So I tried to drop things to the shop.
Sell Dragon Ball Z cards because the freaking A1 across the street didn't have any, and I was really upset about
Everybody's dropping it because it's
dead.
It's dead.
It's got to get overtaken by the One Piece game.
I have a full box. If you want a full box, I'll just give it to you.
Wait, did you stick your tongue out at One Piece?
Don't say that to her, dude. She'll.
You don't understand. I open cards in the beginning of my stream, every stream, and that is like a huge gift.
I had a stack of them. I had a guy run it for me, which did really well.
Like packs, like unopened packs.
Yeah.
You should sell the box for a really, really good price and say the stream is sponsored, or just give it to her, or whatever.
I'll give it to her. Dude. We had a stack of.
I've already plugged you guys to a few people.
Nice.
Before I was like, hey, I'm going to do this
Next
today.
time, can you buy me dinner before you plug me?
Fine.
Can you what?
Buy me dinner before you
plug. I'm buying McDonald's though. It's gonna be McDonald's, and you're having chicken nuggets.
Just plug them. Just plug away.
Just stick it in.
No, but that. Yeah, we had a bunch. He was doing really good for us, and then he got stingy and he left. I let this dude sleep on my couch and everything,
but
I got left over with the
thing about this kind of.
Yeah, well, this was for the shop mainly, but he left us with like overstock that I'm like, why'd you order this many? But luckily, they're $20 a box. We cracked open a box because we were bored. Remember?
Oh, dang.
Oh yeah.
We just like opening up shit.
Yeah,
so we opened
fun.
it.
It's crack.
I don't like Dragon Ball.
No.
We're
Opening it for the store, Ernie.
We weren't gonna do shit
Every
with
time
it.
I open a Dragon Ball Z pack from them, I'm gonna like drop them. I'm gonna drop them and be like, hey, this was given to me by so and so.
So I had like 9 of them. I think I took everything out when we were doing this. And then all of a sudden they were jumping to 90. So I was like, cool. So I started making money off them. Then they died out. And I literally, the other day, was like, one of mine still up on eBay. I'm like, really? And I looked in my box of a bunch of crap. My garage is a fucking mess right now. Oh my God. it's I can't. I get anxiety going in there.
I feel your anxiety happening just thinking about it.
I have magic cards all over the ground because how many boxes have got knocked over?
God, I have so many Pokemon cards, and I'm like, I don't know what to do. I don't want to throw them away, but at the same time,
You just go donate them to like a library.
So,
or
I'm
something.
so glad I'm anal retentive about that kind of stuff.
Oh
You
my
are
God.
anal. But yeah, I found one of those boxes and I was like, oh, I can do this Dragon Ball box. So I'll definitely just give it to you.
I would be honored to.
Yeah, no, that's
to
cool.
have
Because,
that.
I mean,
You don't give me things.
Dude,
I let you live.
Bullshit.
I bought you a Guy Gardner little toy.
Yeah, I bought you magic cards.
It's kind of fitting Guy Gardner and Declan kind of go hand in hand.
I just like that also era of Justice League. I like the international team.
The bowl cut.
The international team's fun. You know, I still have like the first appearance of that, technically that team, right? It's the Maxwell Lord's first appearance.
The one that I told you to get, yeah.
I need to get number 3 of that run because number 3
See, that's
is
the
when
thing.
Batman
That's the
punches
thing with
guy.
Declan is like him hanging out with me. I got him way more into comics. I wish I got you way more
But
into
the
movies.
thing is,
but
the characters I liked before I met you, but you made me like them more. You know, you made me get more into the concept of because I
Even though
liked
I-
Booster Goals. 'Cause
even though I
watch all these
lent you
DC animated
books
shows
that
when I
I'm
was
like,
younger.
read these, and you still haven't read them.
Yeah, because I'm not a huge Batman guy necessarily, and they're always Batman.
But you're a Kite Man guy.
But Batman
I am
has
a
the
Kite Man.
hottest villains.
Babe, remember Kite Man?
Kite Man.
hell
Fucking Kite
yeah.
Man.
Dude, is that you guys seen Harley Quinn?
Yeah,
He was
I mean, depends
attacking
on
me.
it depends on are we talking about the era of Superman where Big Barda was a Fury or not? Because
I'm talking about Batman villains.
I know because if Big
talking
Barda was
about-
a Superman
Stop.
villain, I
I'm
would
talking
say
about the
Superman.
Gotham City Sirens.
Yeah, but what about Sexy Lexi?
Those are very rare comics.
Sexy
too.
Lexi, bro.
Max
You wouldn't
Steel?
want to lick Lex Luthor's bald, perfectly shaved head.
No.
No.
He's a mean man.
Probably salty.
No.
Yeah, he's probably all mad
Did you
at
guys?
Superman.
Do I get
Did you?
if I lick his head?
Mm-hmm.
Do I get part of his intelligence? Does my intelligence go up per lick?
I mean, if that's the
Yes.
case, I'm gonna go with
Then
that, like
I'm
a
just gonna go with
Tootsie
it.
Pop.
That changes
How
everything.
long does it take to get to the center of Lex
Yeah.
Luthor's head?
Yeah.
The world may never know.
Yeah, I would go.
1,
that
2,
far.
3, crunch.
Crunch.
Did you guys watch the Harley Quinn cartoon though?
Oh
Yes.
God, yes. I
That is
yeah.
phenomenal. See, me,
I watched
I always
it
expect DC to
when-
fail. That's the sad thing.
Oh
Hey,
no.
But
Who
Going-
recommended it to you?
Going
Whatever.
with that attitude.
Actually,
made
I
made
watched
even
it
better.
Oh, yeah.
I watched it when it was still on
We
the
watched it. It was-
DC Universe.
Me
too.
I watched it when it was
weird.
on there because that's where I would
That's
read
where it
comic
started.
books.
I think I saw a trailer for it and I was like, well, I can get like a month or a week free of this DC service,
No.
so why not just get the DC service and watch
I think
it? And
I
I
was
watched it
gonna
and I
watch
was
it
like,
without
this is like
Jinja, and Jinja's
hella
all like,
good.
"I want to watch
See,
it."
no,
I was gonna no, I think I already watched an episode
You
without
started
you.
watching it, and I remember she was watching it in the background, and I heard cursing, and there was gore,
dude,
and I was like,
it's crazy.
JB Smooth plays the plant, bro.
why am I-
Joker's like, "Fuck you," and it's like, "Holy shit!"
No,
so
the moment
And
Harley
Harley's like,
Quinn
"Women
has
can't
that
be
bat
funny."
and the shins, I'm all like, "This is gonna be an amazing cartoon series."
And she's like, "He fucks bats," and I'm
so
like, "What?"
fucking
Just the
fuck?
cartoon gore was adorable. I was like, "I'm sold." Done.
Best Commissioner Gordon.
I know
ever.
Gordon's so fucking
So
miserable.
reliant and drunk, and he's like in love with Batman, and then he meets the little piece of Clayface.
Oh,
and they
God,
fall
that's
in
such a
love.
good episode.
The hand.
Alan Tudyk as Clayface is fucking.
And Killer
what's this?
King Shark.
What's this mailman's
Bane.
backstory? Oh, I feel so bad for Bane too. I just wanted the new chair, or whatever the fuck he talks about.
For Bon, curse you, Todd.
Yeah.
The guy always gives him his fucking
What about
smoothie.
Penguin's kid
Oh my god.
Oh, is his bar mitzvah?
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Yeah.
with Harley's interactions?
See, that's why I kind of wouldn't mind Kelly
funny.
Coco to come out as Harley Quinn. I really wouldn't mind that, to be honest with you. I thought she did a good.
Well, you don't
job
like
in
Margot Robbie? Yes.
this. I'm not the biggest fan.
I think you hit a nerve.
Just a lot of dudes are like.
Also,
How I
know-
get like, ooh, the girl's hot though, but like for me, it's like you need to bring a little more than that. But
Okay,
she's.
can I tell you
she's-
something? I don't think it has anything to do with Margot Robbie. I can just
I
say
can understand that. I can
Harley
understand.
Quinn as a character is the attraction of that. I think anyone that
Well,
plays Harley
Deadpool fell under
Quinn,
that as well too.
like anyone
what
that
kinda
plays
sucks me liking
Harley Quinn
Deadpool.
is just
Fucking
going to
love
be
Deadpool.
hot because simply they're Harley Quinn.
I don't like either.
I don't
of
like
those
people that
characters.
glorify her
You don't
and
like
Joker's
Harley?
relationship.
I like Harley in terms, and I really like her in the show because she gets an actual. There's like a woman's empowerment arc in her the recent show, but it's not like overt, and it's not because of the man necessarily. it's more like her journey. It's less revolved around the.
It's great. It's a lot deeper than people give it credit for. It's funny. It's hilarious. It's cute.
Gory.
But in the end, it really does hit some strings.
The thing is, in her first appearance in like the Batman the Animated series, she's really good. But I'm not a huge fan of the junk. I was gonna say the junk, and that's awful to say. The stuff in the middle, and it's the same reason I don't like Deadpool. Is I have big issues with characters that become too self-referential.
We have to leave. I'm kidding.
I'm sorry.
I get it. A lot of people don't, and that's what sucks is people get
and
tired.
I'm younger than you guys. I wasn't alive when that character was introduced, so it was fresh when you guys were young, right?
But it's okay.
Am I wrong? Deadpool was fresh when you guys were younger.
Well, you have to remember too, when Deadpool first came out, he was more serious ripoff of Deathstroke.
But now I gotta watch like 40 videos of Deadpool at Comic-Con.
Then there was a writer,
like 20 guys.
The guys all dressing up trying to be funny.
There's like 30 people. It's like
I would never. I'm a pretty big Deadpool fan, but I would never go to that extreme. I enjoy just.
I don't think you could fit a Deadpool.
Yeah, you're right.
You're like those fat DeLoreans.
But I like the Deadpool and Spider-Man ship. I love it so much.
That comic is hilarious. But there is Deadpool panda bears and shit. I can do the Deadpool panda bear. Mm-hmm. I'd be a furry though. I don't know.
Oh please!
You are a furry.
I know.
You like werewolves and.
Why do you guys say this with such shame? This is why people are embarrassed. Is because you guys won't ball.
No, I'm trying to shame him into coming out. Is the key.
No, I don't. I just think.
I'm not doing it on the internet. At least I'm doing it in person.
I think
if he gets mad, at least he can punch me in the face, right?
I'm not shaming people on the internet. I think it's fine to do what you want to do, but when it's forced, it's a little crazy.
I just don't. It's just
if you're trying to do it for attention. I don't like anything if you're trying to do it for attention. If you're doing it just for the love of it, but that's anything. That's cosplay too. There's people that are like jumping in front of the cameras in front of other people, and it's
like, hey, pay attention to me.
Yeah, and it's like I get it, but then there's people that really like. I follow a lot of cosplayers that they do it for the love and the art, and they put hard work into it. And then one guy dresses up as Deadpool, and he's like, "I'm gonna be Deadpoolish" in front of people, and you're ruining the vibe for the people that put their money and their huge fucking wings they're wearing.
That makes sense.
So for me, like the furries are just a little odd how they act sometimes. Community, you know what I mean? I don't know. It depends. If I knew more furries, no, because that means I could shame a lot of different groups of people. But I wouldn't mind. I think it'd be a good video for a day in the life of me dressed up as it.
Oh my god, can we?
No, he couldn't. The problem is he
my anxiety and the heat.
It's the heat.
Yeah.
He couldn't be in a fursuit.
We'll just do it during the winter.
Yeah,
it's not. We can't do it in the summer.
Yeah. See, I would have to go to convention, take a couple Z's.
I'll put you on a leash.
See, that's a whole different level.
I'm sorry, Crystal will put you on a leash.
No, that feels like a whole different level of what's going on.
Put Crystal on a leash?
Edit.
It just feels like a weird submissive.
But the thing is there's different strokes for different folks, right?
Yeah.
My problem stems from the community aspect, and that's like my contrarian nature is like I don't like internet communities in general. I don't like fandoms and stuff like that. And I know that they're really strong and they help people build really like, important bonds, but just as the ultimate internet lurker, I've seen like the ups and downs of so many careers and so many communities that I'm like, I'm always super afraid to get too invested into anything because you don't know when something's going to be created by a pedophile, right? Anything out of nowhere, you could just be like, oh, it's this person you spent your entire like life loving or following their content turns out to be a horrible person, and it's like,
which happens all the time.
It's kind of like how it is right now, where people are like, you can't like Harry Potter because she's terrible, and I'm all like, Harry Potter.
No, you can't like Harry Potter because it's bad.
No, I liked it when I grew up. It was something that I related to, and it was actually a big part of the LGBTQ community in the very beginning. There was a lot of us that felt seen in the book series, and like we even felt even more seen when they discussed that.
Doesn't she take away from all that then for
now
you guys?
She's what we call in the business a
But that's the thing is, like, people are relating to her doing that now, but in the time that we read the books and in the time that, like, there was a part of our life then that was heavily like, like it helped us through a lot of things. She's been coming in good.
You've been the one that sounds further away.
He's afraid of the mic. He has to unhinge his jaw.
I don't know what to do with the
if it gets
it's too big.
If it's too close to his mouth,
in front of you, it's just
sucking.
it's menacing.
It's a reflex.
Yeah. It's a reflex. You're just like,
as soon as it gets too close to his mouth, he starts trying to do things.
My jaw doesn't unhinge like it used to.
Yeah, it's
like a snake.
It's bad. Every time anything comes near his mouth, he'll start sucking on it. So he's afraid of the mic.
It's
you don't need ASMR on your channel.
We've We fucked around with ASMR all the time. It's weird because my son just got into it because their school had them read it. So he's coming home like, Dad, Harry Potter, motherfucker. And I'm just like,
Abacadabra, bitch.
I don't like Harry Potter that much.
Okay, so for me, I grew up.
I've never watched it
in my life when I grew up.
So you won't
with
get into it for him?
That's my wife threw that in my face. She's like, he'll watch the stuff that you'll watch, but you won't watch Harry Potter with him. So I felt guilty.
Well,
I haven't yet.
Give it a chance, right?
I think he needs to read the books first.
Well, so
I feel like the books is where
that's
he needs
so
to
his.
And to be honest, you can get an audiobook and just listen.
So
to
his
it with
school
him and
did
chill
that.
out.
They read the books, then they watched the movies. So. Okay. Number one, I think that's fucking cool in school.
Yeah. We didn't have that. That would have been awesome.
I had it.
You guys didn't read To Kill a Mockingbird and have to watch the movie from like the 40s?
I think the most I had was Outsiders.
Like
which Outsiders?
We had to read The Great Gatsby and then watch the movie. We had to read The Color Purple and then watch the movie. Like there was a lot of them that were.
We got to watch the
literature and
not good.
Wait. With John Malkovich and Lieutenant Dan?
I don't remember.
Oh,
I think so. I think because that's
Wrestling Blade.
That is, I like that movie a lot because their performance is really good in both of them. The rest of the movie is like whatever, it's an old story or whatever. But there's some like real emotional moments, especially that classic end of that book where it's like he's got to shoot him in the back of the head. It's like
I'm interested with the Harry Potter helping others though. Like what do you mean though? Because again, I never really got into it.
Back then, when I was in high school, like the LGBTQ community wasn't as out as it is now. It wasn't as accepted as it is now. And so, you know, if you like read things during a dark time like that and it brings you that happiness or it makes you feel seen by the fact that someone wrote this and you feel like you're being seen in this literature with a lot of the books, and so it affects you in a way, so you have an attachment to that, like, and so for now all the people that are like, you can't like this and that because this person did this, and I'm all like, you can't tell me to find like it in myself to hate something that helped me through some dark shit, you know? Mm-hmm. So for me, when it comes to people are like, oh, you can't like this anymore because so and so, I'm like, shut the fuck up. Like it gets
canceled, like something
just
you love.
Shut the fuck up.
He's got like Michael Jackson music, you know.
He probably yeah, I know, right?
That's what I'm saying. It's like you can connect the art from the artist in a lot of
It's hard. This goes back to wrestling.
You're a Kobe
Chris
fan.
Benoit is a good wrestler, but he killed his family. He strangled his son and his wife. There's hardcore wrestling fans that want him in the Hall of Fame. Then there's me that's like, yeah, I don't know if we should praise this. So it's one of those weird balances. That's a lot harder.
But see, putting someone in the Hall of Fame is different than
just enjoying what they did.
Enjoying
the content.
Yeah, because I think that's a lot. Yeah, I think it makes sense. Because Chris Benoit, you would watch a match and be like, whatever.
Chris Benoit and Eddie Guerrero.
Like you can't don't highlight the person because they did stuff like that. But you can't tell people to stop liking something just because of a change that happened now. Yeah. It's kind of like what happened with Johnny. Like, because of something that was said about him, he was immediately canceled and he lost a lot of opportunities. And, you know, a good people that didn't know any better, turned their backs on him. And it took him 6 years to recover from that kind of failure. So this is like what I mean by the cancel culture. It's like, stop. Just fucking stop, you guys.
Well, that's the scary thing is we talk about this a million times that this is going to be brought back when they try to cancel us if we ever did get anywhere, because
here we go.
We say things.
I don't care. I like to live under the idea that I'm uncancelable because ultimately none of us have even said anything as bad, and the truth is that there's not a single human being you could show this to and they would be like, oh, that person's being serious. Like if somebody brought me and you in front of a jury of people and showed us all the clips of us saying stuff and showed the full context, they'd be like, sure, what they're saying is fucking stupid.
But then if they had a read,
I have other plans for your throat.
Yeah. That was Johnny Depp's.
Taken out of context.
Yeah. I think I could send that to my wife and she just would be like, no.
No.
Okay, so this is a little personal. So what do you identify as? Because I feel like
I'm pansexual.
You're what?
I'm pansexual.
She has a pan.
Okay, so
I don't care
I can't
about
believe
gender.
you made that joke.
so-
I understand what that means, and I wanted to make the joke, but I feel like everybody
So
makes
this is
that
dumb.
joke.
I get to say it
This
first.
is dumb because we can't go much longer because my dad's like,
Oh yeah, it's
Sorry.
an hour and 42 fucking minutes.
It's
Oh, we
good.
didn't get to
It's-
talk about Twitch too much, but that's all right.
I know. Then we'll come back and talk more about it.
It's just an excuse to have you guys back.
It's
Next
just when we have so many things in common and there's so many topics that
Well,
we can
that's why I
hit.
told this
It's
motherfucker
hard.
we should have met up first because we would have
Yeah.
just talked about all this fun stuff and then.
Yeah, we wouldn't have saved
So-
it for
Well,
here.
for me, I didn't know that, like, yeah, we would end up ranting off because I figured you would do an interview like you had a list of things to ask.
Oh, no,
and I'd
no.
answer.
Wow, you expected a lot more.
It's like, no, we
I just
Yeah,
did a
babe.
podcast like
Sorry.
a couple weeks.
Wait, like a
week
real
ago.
one?
a real one. Fuck yeah, it's the same.
This
No,
is
no, no,
guerrilla
no.
radio, bro.
No. They're also small. Their show is a ridiculous name. It's super long. It's
All these other
super long.
podcasts look up to us, even though we're underground.
Yeah.
Hey.
Tearing down the balcony.
Hell yeah.
No,
Burning
yeah,
down the house.
I don't.
So, but let's get back into topic.
I don't think I would ever really do like a list of an interview with someone, even if they're famous. There might be some things I put there that I really want to know if I
Like-
don't get to ever see them again.
Yeah, like.
But like you guys, I could
essential
probably keep
questions,
running
maybe,
into them
like-
now.
Like I said, I owe him stickers. We have to come back.
Yes, 100%. No, but okay, so
I'll
here-
get you a pin too.
here's a fucked up thing. So one time at
You
the
couldn't accept your failure. And where did that bring you?
bring you
Back to
Back
me.
to the topic of
my
LGBTQ and
I
pansexual.
met. Well, this is good. This is Pride Month, so it's good to talk about these things.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he's a buddy, but he used to play Magic at my old store, and I'm like, he was talking about gauging, and I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Gauging?
Yes.
Or gauging?
No, gauging.
I thought he was pushing the really controversial opinion that there's a gauging.
No, gauging.
We gotta
And
cure
then he
the
was
gauging.
like, yeah, he was like, it's like you
Idiots.
put small ones in your butthole and you make it
It's-
bigger and
it's-
bigger.
And
to
your
get
ears.
used.
There's earrings. You could just use earrings as a reference.
No,
Ernie, if
this
you
is
wanted.
what he told
It's
me.
for preparing you for
Yes.
for
So-
large
and I was
things
like-
to go and things
so I
that
was like,
take a while to
oh.
expand.
That aren't supposed to accept
They're
large
training
objects.
tools.
Right. So I was like, oh, and this
Only
is what
supposed to
guys say,
lie.
or guys. Actually, Lucas and Camille said I need to gauge because me taking so long, I need to get to my prostate. I'm like, dude, I'm not ready
Just
for
get one
it.
of those things that you just stick in your butthole that just vibrate and it'll just stimulate your
You
prostate
don't want
while
to
you
turn
jack
out like
on.
Stifler. You might really like it like
I know.
Stifler.
I know.
I'm just saying.
It's
I
true.
think the people that are most like resistant to it are probably would love it the most or something like that. Just like the people that are most afraid of skydiving
Really
would
now?
really like. Shut the fuck up.
I was gonna say, there you go.
Why am I saying this?
So
You sold yourself
I
out.
did.
so the dude was
You
like,
fell for
I
the
don't-
oldest trick in the book.
I'm gonna get pegged tonight. Fuck.
You played what is it? Oh, you gambled against a Sicilian in a game of chance when death is on the line. There we go.
So he was like, tell me that, but I'm like, but dude, I won't say his name. But you had a girlfriend, and he's like, I'm pansexual, and I was like, you fuck pans, and then he's like,
No,
look, I knew I was gonna get that, and I'm like, I'm being Ernie, being like a dick, like you fuck pans, and he's like, no, so when you, he's like, what pansexual is like.
my lord, oh my lord, oh my
He's
lord.
like,
Carry on.
he's like, when you look at a picture and it's beautiful, right? And I'm like, okay. And then he's like, that's kind of what pansexual is. We just see things as like beauty and stuff. I'm like, so you fuck paintings? And then he's like,
God, you're such an ass.
and he's like, no. I'm like, well, I don't get like what turns you on. He's like, people's souls. And then again, you're probably hating me for all this. And I'm like, you fuck.
No, it's
you-
okay because it's often misunderstood.
Right.
It is so
And I'm like-
it's so frustrating.
so you.
It's so misunderstood.
I'm like, so you fuck souls? I don't. So
I want to see if I can get it. Is it the attraction is generated not necessarily from the sexuality, the sex, or the general appearance of the person? It's drawn from mainly their personality, and it sort of flows in ebbs, and it doesn't, you're not restricted by gender lines, right?
There's attraction there, but there
Yes,
is no
but, like,
gender. Like
there's no-
there is gender, but I'm not attracted to a specific gender. But interestingly enough, I am attracted to more masculine women, like Rhea Ripley. But I'm also very attracted to very, very feminine guys. So for me, I'm attracted to a masculine woman, but a more
I'm joking.
feminine guy. And
not.
so I think it has to do also with the fact
Is
that
it kinda-
I feel safe with either part, like with a stronger woman. I like, for me, people are like, Vin Diesel's hot, The Rock is hot. I'm like, I would never fuck them. And they're just like, what? I'm like, I would never fuck them. They're like, why? I'm like, they're too big and
but
too
The Rock is so
bulky.
nice.
But all
Yeah,
you need
but,
is a
like,
little pin, and you
people's
just
hearts.
pop
I
them like a
would have
balloon.
fucked The Rock. I'd
But
fuck
if you-
Ryan Reynolds over
But
The
if
Rock.
you think about it,
Who the fuck
like
wouldn't fuck Ryan
mentally
Reynolds?
for me, that is intimidating. Like someone like Vin Diesel on The Rock, like someone like a big guy is intimidating to me. So for me, I don't.
Sylvester Stallone's like my height, bro. He's not a big dude.
So for me, I don't really care about the person's gender. I don't care what's inside their pants. I just connect with.
So that's what my thing is. So how does the sexual contrast happen between that? So if you don't look at a penis or a vagina per se in a person, when does it pop up that I want that, or I want this? Like me, it's like, I want a vagina.
Think of it as
I like both.
You just like both.
I just like both. But to be honest, I'm more attracted to.
Okay, we're not girls.
Women.
Girls find or have a way of finding personalities.
Yeah.
How do you take
all
this?
Are you assuming a man can't find a personality attractive?
Huh?
Are you saying a man can't find a personality attractive?
Not initially.
Did you see the dude that just married AH because they were hot, and then realized they were going to probably plot and murder him? I feel like she was drugging him, but that's just my personal opinion. AH. I don't want to say the demon's name.
Turd.
Amber Turd?
Amber Turd.
Oh.
Who's AH?
Oh, Rocket Man.
Rocket Man?
Amber Heard.
Oh
my God.
I thought she was talking about the person that she was
Sorry,
with.
I had to say.
No,
So
no,
I thought
no.
we'll censor it.
I'm just saying, guys don't care about personality. Mike clearly because he ended up with someone that tried to kill him.
There's
something deeper to that
seriously,
whole relationship.
How was this?
She manipulated.
How was this?
Very much so, and that's the deep part.
I didn't find any of this out until after I married her.
Swear to God.
I don't really
He's
care.
always, in the very beginning, he's always known that I was attracted to women.
Yeah.
And we've had a discussion in the very beginning.
Her first relationship was with a girl, I think.
My
first crush.
My
How
first
long were
crush
you guys
was with a
married?
girl. We actually got married
2020.
right before my mom passed away in 2020.
Like August 2020.
Was that you guys your position starter? You're like, I dated a girl first, and he's like, me too.
My first crush was a girl, and I didn't understand. Have
you seen trailers for that movie called Crush?
There's so many. Are we talking about the surfing movie?
No.
That's Blue Crush.
No, it's gonna come out on Hulu, or it might have just come out. It looks really good. It's with the girl from Girl Meets World, who's very feminist. But it's about her wanting this girl, but she doesn't know if she's a lesbian or not.
Like I said, I was 6 years old, and in the Philippines, I was exposed to gay men because, they were commonly known. What's
the name they call them?
Gay men?
No, there's
Philippines.
I was watching 90 Day Fiance. I was watching 90 Day Fiance, and there was a name for I forgot what they called them. There was a name, not even a bad word. It's a slang they called them.
What's the word for gay in Tagalog?
Bakla.
Bakla.
I don't know if it was that. Maybe it was maybe it wasn't Filipino.
No,
I don't know. But
was it Thai?
But
maybe
for me,
it was Thai. I don't know.
Yeah.
But for
okay.
me,
Let's not get
I was friends with this girl, and I wanted to be around her all the time, and I wanted to spend all my time with her, and I didn't want her hanging out with anyone else, and I was hyper obsessed. And I didn't understand that I had a crush on her until I was 13 years old. I went to a basketball game with my friend, and she took me to a Monarchs game, and I saw a very masculine person in front of me, and they were talking, and I whispered, I'm like, why does this? I'm 13 years old. I'm a mean child. So I'm all like, why does this dude sound like such a chick? And she looked at me dead on, and she's all like, you're being fucking rude. And I'm like, what? I'm just asking why this guy sounds so feminine. And she's all like, that's a lesbian. And I'm like, what the fuck is a lesbian? And she explained it to me, and that's when it clicked. And then as I got older, and I my first relationship was with a girl.
How old are you with that?
I was actually in junior high. And I was raised heavily Christian, so for me, I was raised to think that it was wrong and it was not right. And so she was so forceful in trying to get me to come out with my family and come out in public, and I wasn't comfortable with it. And she just dropped me and stopped talking to me. And then I dated guys after that. But so I knew as a kid, I was attracted to women right in the very, very beginning. But as I grew older, I learned more about myself.
That's the thing that really bugs me. Is that you're just attracted when you're attracted, right?
Yeah.
And I hate
what you like.
And I hate when they're like,
I like nobody.
I hate when people are like, how do you know when you were gay? And I'm like, when did you know you were straight?
That's the question.
And I'm always like, because you have that moment where you're like,
I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it out.
the Pink Ranger looks all right to me right now. You know, I get that moment.
Yeah.
But it's like they never put that together with the other side. Like they probably have a moment like that where they're like, I have that. Now, how did you decide on Tyler though? Like, this is a guy I want to marry and be with.
Why'd you pick him?
I won her over. It wasn't.
He made me laugh. He was hilarious. We had a lot of things in common.
I'm really funny.
Like I've dated some ugly ducklings. I'm
one of them.
I dated a man that was 12 years older than me. I was with him for 4 years, and he was for me, appearance didn't really
Clearly
matter to me at all.
Well, everyone thinks that with me and my wife,
and
so it's understandable.
With
they
Tyler,
like,
I immediately like it's weird because we were just friends and we would hang out, and I didn't realize until it was way too late. I'm like, fuck, I like this person, and it sucks. It was a very complicated time. It was very complicated, and so like.
But that was years and years ago, right?
Yeah,
almost a decade ago.
And me and him started.
What took you guys so long to get married, do you think?
Well, we didn't even start dating. We knew
with
each other for...
the way this is the thing. This goes back to what I was trying to get to. Is as a society, we're raised to think one way, which
you blowing in the air.
There's no camera. They can't see.
I know, it's fine. Go ahead.
I'm blowing bubbles, guys.
As we grow up, we're raised to think it's a man and a woman.
Yeah.
You get married with one person, and that is the person you're supposed to want for the rest of your life, blah, 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 blah. And so as you get older, you realize that that's not accurate. So being raised that way kind of sucks because we, as a society, force our kids to see one way. So people are like, when did you find out you're gay? That's because they were raised that this is the way and this is not the way. And this is why everybody's all like...
This is kind of the...
This is the way.
This is the way.
No,
I beat you to it.
This is kind of a Turning Red conversation we had.
Yes.
Did you watch Turning Red?
Oh yeah, I've watched it eight times. I absolutely love it.
So
and
that my sister came on that discussion because my sister is very pro do what the fuck you want, leave people alone, and she was on like YouTube and shit like that, and people were really mad. Like this funny got an argument in my IOP class, and I walked out because of what people were saying. Well, no, because they say, can you believe they're teaching like about trans and stuff in schools? And I was like, you guys, we're here to get our brains better and stuff. Let's not get into arguments about stuff like this. Like, we're literally there just to learn cognitive behavior therapy, not our opinions.
Talk about torture?
Yeah. So I left the room and I actually didn't come back.
Literally every time he's like, I'm at CVT, I'm like, oh, cock a ball torture. And then we just keep talking like it's normal.
Yeah. So I left the room and I didn't come back that day. And I talked to my our main therapist because she does our main parts. And then the last is lifestyle. So before lifestyle started, they talk about like how music helps us or whatever. And problem was it was raining, so no one left the room. So people started talking, and they're talking about transgenders, and they're like, can you believe they teach this in school? And that just fucking railed me over.
Yeah.
So my sister, we were talking about it because it came up like on YouTube with her that people were mad at, and like my sister was watching, what was it, some dinosaur show or whatever, some dinosaur kid show where it showed two dads adopt a baby egg, and she's like, my daughter Remy's like 4, she don't blink at this shit.
What about the gay penguins that they were talking about like a year or two ago?
Oh yeah.
Like, what about that? So
penguins are kind of fucked up though.
So like,
no, they pick their partners for life.
That's why people would ask such a question is like, when did you find out you were this? It's because you were raised to think one way. And as I'm older and I'm learning more about people and learning more about myself, I'm kind of pissed off with the way I was raised because I was raised to think it was always a man and a woman. I was raised that it was supposed to be one person for the rest of your life. And then I would judge people that were polyamorous. But now that I'm older and I know better and I see people as people and I see that there's people that are like that, there are people that function that way really well. And there's nothing wrong with it. But I was pissed off with myself because I was raised to think that was disgusting. And I, was judging people, but now that I know better, I'm just like, holy shit, I'm such an asshole. And then I'm like, wait, society's a fucking asshole because of it. And so, like, as I'm older, as I grow older, I'm learning more about myself. At first, I thought I was bisexual. Turns out that I was pansexual. And Tyler met me when I was bi. And then I didn't know that pan was a thing until I was told about it. And I'm like, wait, that's where I line up. That's where I line up.
What difference between pan and bi? Because they feel very similar.
Bi, you're attracted to either male or female. You're attracted to both. But being pansexual, you can be attracted to a cis male, or you can be attracted to a transgendered woman.
Or older, younger.
Like, you don't actually care what is in the person's pants. You are literally attracted to the person. And it doesn't matter how they identify. It doesn't matter their gender.
It's like more so who they are, not necessarily like what they look like.
That's what I just said.
Essentially.
Yeah, you idiot.
Dumbass.
Sorry. Fucking moron.
See, the only thing that I feel like issue with is like the sexual aspect, because that means you'd have to take the sexual aspect, and it's hard for me being a guy, a horn dog, I guess. You'd have to have that out of your mind because you don't care what's in their pants. You're more... You're more trying to look in their soul.
You find a way of making it work. Okay?
Oh, I get
we
that.
As a species can evolve and
that,
find a way to work.
That would be my hard part in being pansexual. Would be like, fuck, like I couldn't. I feel like because I am so obsessed with the genitalia area. If I was a gay dude, I'd be looking at cocks. You know what I mean?
I mean, look at that cat.
Well, everyone has their thing. Like that's okay.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So it'd be rougher for me. So that's why it's interesting, the whole pansexual aspect of like, you're not looking at that first.
Do you think trans girls are hot?
I've seen trans girls that are hot, and I'm like,
could you get over?
Would you?
I don't know. I really don't know. I'm married. I don't know.
What? Okay. Aside from that,
I don't know.
Okay.
I think I'm not. I don't know if I'm that open where I would feel comfortable. Far as I don't know. It's weird because then they look like a woman.
Are you disturbed by?
Does it bother you? Like that's the main
their lifestyle?
Like, no, not even that.
So
like
here, I'm saying, what if they have fully transitioned versus
even
partial
that,
transition? Does that affect your attraction to them?
That would.
Because you said you're obsessed with vagina. That's kind of why I asked that question.
That's why I would have more questions because I don't know. You're winking at me again. I don't know how that all works. That transitioned all the way because for me it seems like it'd be. This sounds bad, like a flesh hole, and I'm like, how does that work?
That does sound bad.
Well, like it does, but I'm thinking. I used to think about this with Always Sunny because he was dating the girl that had the cock, and she's like, oh, she's gonna get rid of it and this and that, and but I kept thinking to myself, I'm gonna be weird because don't they do an innie to an outie basically?
Yeah,
they take the skin.
They
and
do.
They do a surgery.
I know.
And so it has the same nerve endings.
So I think it would all be on circumstances. I think people do whatever the fuck they want to do.
Yeah,
and that's my whole thing is just stay in your fucking lane, and that's let people live.
Like, you don't have to be attracted to
that's the
trans women. If you're not attracted to them, you're not.
If it doesn't,
you just hate trans people.
Yeah, that's all that means.
It just means that you're straight. It just means
that you inherently hate trans people.
And
he does this shit all the time.
We don't say that the whole world has to be
That's why I asked
gay,
that question.
Okay?
I think
just
it
that
does.
we wish the world will let us be.
See, I think that's why you guys are going wrong with your marketing. I think if you took more a radical totalitarian approach, I think you could just get everybody on your side, and then we'd just live in a utopia world.
I feel like the world would be better. I think Lex Luthor and Superman, if they were actually in a relationship, I feel like Lex Luthor would be less evil.
That exists, though. Who's the top in that scenario, though?
Not Superman.
I don't think it is. I think he's top when he's with Lois, but
You guys, usually the most control freaks are the ones that end up being in the bottom because
but you can't be the man
that's
still knocking a hole in the person, the mattress, and the building.
If they love each other, it wouldn't matter now, would it?
The butthole's gone. If it's Superman behind you,
I mean,
it's over. You're dead.
Okay, Lex Luthor is smart. Lex Luthor will come up with some kind of device that will dampen his super abilities so they can get it on.
My argument was Superman has so much physical body control that he can control the rate.
That's his argument because I don't know if you guys. I'm a huge movie guy. You guys see Mallrats? Okay,
I haven't watched it.
Mallrats
so
is great,
long.
but they have the argument of could Superman impregnate Lois Lane or have sex with Lois Lane? And he's like, there's no way. He'd have to wear a kryptonite condom, and if he didn't use one, he would shoot out her back and blow her out and kill her.
Kind of like Hancock.
Well, do you remember? Do you remember where Spider-Man accidentally kills Mary Jane because
that was
what's it called? Elseworld.
Was that before or after he was a spider?
This is Elseworld story that happened where Spider-Man ended up giving her radioactive
and killing her
cancer
because of his little swimmers.
Hot.
Yeah. So basically, all his sperm.
That's my kink. Radioactive sex.
Yeah.
I like to use like radioactive waste as lube.
Like Dr. Manhattan.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
Well, he's not actually radioactive.
Next topic
I
of
guess
conversation
they
for
trick
next time
people
is
with
going
that.
to be the She-Hulk.
Dude, mama.
When does She-Hulk
Mommy?
come out?
I want to see that. Looks interesting.
Oh.
Well, this
I just
one-
hope the CGI
We'll
is
see.
better.
We'll
This
see.
dude likes big women, so when he saw
That
Doesn't.
means you love Gen 13. You must love Fairchild.
I like tall women.
Fairchild
I like,
is hot.
I like,
Fairchild's very
well,
hot.
Rhea Ripley.
So
I
you-
like Big Barda. I like.
Do you want to die by Snoo Snoo?
So you're attracted to the same
I could
women
live
I'm
with dying by
attracted
Snoo
to.
Snoo.
Yeah, he's attracted to the same women I'm attracted
That's
to.
what's up.
I like.
You like muscles on him?
Muscly.
Well, that's not the only women I'm attracted to. We've talked about this before. I don't really draw lines between race or anything. Like, I think there's everybody's
We've
beautiful.
been trying to
in
hook him up for
aspect.
years.
We'll get him.
We're trying.
Don't rush.
But,
Tyler wasn't looking for me, and I showed up, and now
Yeah.
we're fucking
That's-
together
actually,
for
that's the
over
trick, is
10
don't fucking-
years.
Oh yeah, by the way, thanks for the invite for the wedding. Appreciate it.
We
Yeah, you got it,
actually
bud.
had a small backyard wedding.
Actually,
and it was just
like
family.
it was
because
like during the
COVID.
peak of COVID.
It was COVID.
Oh, I still
It
got
was
that bit.
COVID.
Yeah, I know.
We were supposed to get married in October, and
Cocktober.
we ended up getting married in August because my mom passed away in October. So
She made it, so it was good.
Because,
she was able to go to our
for
wedding.
my
That's
wedding,
awesome.
That was the
because
good part.
I never knew my father.
We
For
don't want
the
to.
wedding, my grandmother and
My
my mom
father
walked me down the
was a
aisle.
gamer.
I hated
All I know is
hated
mine
gaming.
was a track star and an artist and an alcoholic and a piece of shit. But yeah, that's one of the things that I got from
Is
him.
that-
He
That was a very
fast
specific
runner.
list.
What are the Jenners?
What?
Caitlyn Jenner? He's a track star.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait. No.
She. I'm sorry.
Jesus, man.
See, I fuck up on all those things that they, them, and stuff. It's
So
just
do I.
let me know.
We're still
Okay,
learning
well,
that
for
too.
me, I have a child who goes by they, them, or he, him. Not my actual child, my internet child. And so for me,
I do that to everybody.
we're
Thank you.
raised to
I fix their
speak.
mics.
We're raised to speak in specific terms, especially if I came from like a different language. My first language was Tagalog. I didn't learn to speak English until I was 8. And so for me, there are gender-specific words in our language. So
Wasn't
coming
it
from
root from Spanish? Could
it does root
Yeah.
from Spanish.
That's where,
And
that's where
so-
you get tempura and stuff
And
from.
so actually, it's one of the things before the they them thing was a big concept. There's this thing where people always talk about how Filipinos have he she syndrome because we will say he or she despite of the person's gender when we talk. So we'll
yeah.
often misgender someone when we're talking, and they call it the he she syndrome. So for me, I feel really bad because I have a lot of people that are they them. Like I have I'm an LGBTQ plus channel, as you know, and my community has a lot of LGBTQ plus people. And so I know a lot of them that have they them pronouns, and it's really hard, especially I stream with one of them that's they them. And so I have gotten better with that, but there's a couple times that I slip up and say he, and I'm just like, fuck, no, bad. But
There is
another thing. We were raised to speak a specific way, believe a specific way. Thanks, society.
There's a queer
we have to
owned
break the wheel.
card shop is what they call themselves, and their name tags all have. Did you notice that?
They them pronouns.
They have
or
their pronouns
their
on
preferred
each one.
pronouns.
Turns out, Ernie, I grew up a generation after you, and all this shit's just ingrained in society. You know, I knew people that were they, them in high school. I knew it in middle school. I knew gay people in middle school. I knew gay people in
But
elementary
that's
school.
the thing is, back when I'm older than you, clearly,
Uh-huh.
but when I was in high school, it wasn't talked
but
about too
that's
often.
what-
Like I knew someone that was gay that was actually like beaten in the bathroom, and their mom took them out, and I never saw them ever again because they were homeschooled after that. And so when I was growing up, it's not as accepted now versus the newer generations. That's why I'm really proud of the newer generations. People are like,
Oh,
they're
you're
a bunch
proud
of
of the
snowflakes.
pride?
I'm just proud that they consent is a big thing that they discuss now. Like there's a lot of them
That
that
always
will-
made it was weird in my head because I feel like
like
I don't
they'll
know.
ask if
don't
it's
you
okay
just
to hug
always
you.
ask?
No, like when I was growing up, I would hug my friends without asking permission, but that's because we had that
Ernie
relationship.
does that to me too, but
But-
those are less fun hugs.
Yes, so
usually
now
from
No one wants
I
to hug. I love
appreciate
hugging.
that
Yeah, me
the
too.
newer generation has gotten better with that, where they understand the importance of consent and they'll ask permission before. Hey, is it okay if I hug you? Can I hug you? And they get some
Well,
you know.
I think that's.
And there's
that's
also
important
parents that are now raising their
But
kids.
if they're your friends
There's
already,
also
though, you
parents-
kind of already know.
Yeah, there's
right?
also parents that are now raising their kids and telling family members, my kid is not required to hug you. If they do not want to hug you, you cannot force them. Because a lot of parents will be like, go hug your uncle. No,
Yeah,
right?
that was-
Like I like that
yeah.
there's parents.
I grew up in a
now.
small family, never had that problem.
Yeah, so I grew up in a very large Filipino family, and we have extended family, and we have friends of family that we treat as family. So we have a lot of uncles that aren't really uncles. But anyways, so sorry.
No, you're good.
So when it comes to now the new generation, people are like they're a bunch of snowflakes, and I'm all like, no, because they're like you're calling them snowflakes because they're more aware of like the importance of consent, the importance of seeing people as they feel like they should be seen. So they like I like that now it's a common topic, like what are your preferred pronouns? Like I know a lot of kids that do that right off the bat.
I had somebody ask me that once, and I was like,
and it touches my heart to see it because people are like, you guys
sounds respectful.
but as a white
It's
dude
amazing.
though, it's like I don't get asked these kinds of questions, right? So it's all new for me.
Don't
That's
you know that,
comes from a
Tyler?
place of privilege, right? I understand, and I completely understand that. But that's like
Declan understands
when that
white
happened to me,
privilege.
I was like,
and so I
hey, I may have grown up in white suburbia, but it's a relatively atypical white suburbia. You know, I wasn't part. My family is so insular and so small. You know, my parents didn't really have to go to PTA meetings and stuff, and I never went to dances and stuff like that. I never did. You know, I was very insular with just my family, my small group of friends. So I didn't, we didn't have.
So you knew kind of everybody in your group. It wasn't really like.
And it wasn't like I
you
was.
didn't have to ask like.
My mom was networking, like, you know how white moms will always get in big groups, and my mom hated that kind of shit, you know.
Nice.
And my mom hates her sister and brother, so I never hung out with my cousins or my uncle or my aunt and all that stuff. And my dad's sister passed away, so it was really just us, me, my mom, my dad, my sister, and like my grandparents. Forever, right? That's the size of my family's four to six people basically.
Nice.
So I didn't, my parents are both very liberal, but they're the classical,
we're in California.
Yeah, but
Welcome to
they're kind of your typical
People,
white liberals.
people wonder where like my wife.
Oh,
wants to
you
go
want to interrupt my
yeah,
story
my wife
time?
wants to move always to Texas and shit.
Fuck, dude.
And I'm like, as a Mexican, I really don't want to go to fucking Texas. And on top of it, we're so more open here than a lot of places. I enjoy it. Go ahead.
Carry on. Yeah.
Are you done with that
I'm so sorry.
completely stupid, inane, useless
I'm
fucking
so sorry
story?
for Ernie. I'm so sorry. Please continue.
I get to be the first person ever to explain the white experience, and now you're interrupting me. No one's ever heard. No one's ever seen a piece of media that explains the white experience, Ernie. No, but to be honest, it's like
and that's the podcast. I'm kidding. I'm
No,
kidding.
you're
I'm
good.
kidding.
It's crazy when I hear Ernie speak sometimes, and because even though it's only like about a generation off, I grew up way different than you guys. Like way more like.
We're all depressed.
Think about when
We're
you're
all
our age and
unable
the
to
kids that you're
afford
talking
living
to.
right now.
Yeah, I mean
We don't have a good future.
My generation.
We're dying.
My generation literally won't be able to own a house.
We're
Doesn't
a
matter how
depressed
much money you make. It's never
generation.
gonna happen.
We
Shit,
already,
I can't get out.
we already don't. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We live with her sister.
Yeah, we can't
And I
afford to live on our own. Another
we've
reason
been
why we
trying
can't have,
hard.
like, we're planning on not
That's
having
what I'm
kids. It's
saying.
too fucking expensive, man.
Militant LGBTQ community, and we burn it all down.
Isn't that what they did in South Park?
Me and-
Don't.
me
Some
and Ginger-
CIA agent's gonna
me
see this and be like,
Ginger
that
were
guy's
just-
a radical.
Yeah, me and
Go, go,
Ginger
go.
were actually just having a
Antifa.
discussion
No,
on a car ride, and we were talking about what would happen if, like, something happened, kind of like Dark Angel, where there was an electric EMP and everybody's records were deleted and
God
everybody's
damn.
finances
He
were
ain't gonna
removed.
know what Dark Angel is. Jessica Alba Dark Angel?
Jessica,
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
That's one of
it's
the
okay.
first things we connected
But anyway,
on.
so
Really?
the
Oh,
concept
I can
of the
connect with it
show
too.
was
Right?
it was a
Jessica Alba.
reset for everybody because all of the records, all of the money were removed.
Such a good show.
Like
It-
currency.
It's so yes. Oh my God,
All
she was so hot.
records.
Ugh,
Still
I've
is.
always wanted to get a tattoo, but the tattoo artists were just like, no, the lines are gonna fade together. It's not a good
Oh, I
idea. The
got you.
barcode tattoo or the Fifth Element tattoo. That's another one. They're like, nah, it's just gonna fade into each other.
I always want to get a "Your Ad Here" tattoo, just like a dashed box, either here or on my chest over my heart. That's just "Your Ad Here."
Do
Something
not
simple.
resuscitate.
funny.
Yes. But
Well, it's just-
anyway,
yeah, it-
so the concept that me and him were discussing is what would happen if something like that wiped the records and all of the world's money was
Like the economy
put
was
as
just gone.
one and it was divided evenly amongst every single person.
Humanity would still probably kill itself.
But my question is, what is the dollar amount that each human person would actually get if we took all of the world's money and divided amongst every single person?
Okay, so the average...
Would we be lower class, middle class, or would we all be rich? Where would we be?
It wouldn't matter. The people that have power would still.
The GDP of the United States is about 22 trillion, I think, is what I checked last. No, there's probably like 77 relevant nations. I would say it's probably, I don't know, maybe $100 trillion split amongst 8 billion people. So if we bring the numbers down, it's probably about...
Your brain is beautiful, by the way.
I see the steam.
You
probably
have a
about
beautiful
8.
Mind.
So...
Beautiful brain.
Each person would get probably about 0.8% of that. And I don't know what that number is. It's
My
probably...
Ravenclaw heart is so turned on right now.
I think probably about 80 million maybe? I don't know. Not enough. Not as much as you think it would, because like
that's why
eventually everybody would
we
just
be lower class, middle class, or
probably.
You have a calculator in your pocket.
You're right.
I have a calculator in my brain. It'd be like the movie.
Double check my math.
The time. Oh my god, that movie hit me hard.
That movie's really cool. I like that concept.
The concept was.
It's
crazy.
like you raise the price of coffee, more life going away.
It's madness.
Sparta.
That currency is time.
Oh yeah.
While Declan is looking up that final
Yeah, it's
piece,
only about $12,000.
$12,000 a person.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
And I'm probably giving a good generous to the world GDP. The world GDP is probably not $100 trillion, but
that is pretty generous.
I'm wrapping it up because I don't know. Are we going to film Sunday? Are we going to get on a Sunday pattern instead of Wednesdays? That's what our plan is. So does that mean we're starting Sunday again?
I don't know.
I got to figure out what we're doing Sunday then.
Aren't you the podcast? Like,
I think we're free for Wednesdays.
I tried to work with him because he's the one that requested Sundays. Actually, me, I'm fine.
Yeah, but you guys only come in on Wednesdays, so that's why we did it again on Wednesdays.
Oh, I can do Sundays and
he wanted
Wednesdays.
to do Sundays because of something,
and I can do
easier.
Saturdays on occasion. I just have to say goodbye.
It's just more people are free on
Sundays
Sundays than they are in the middle of the week.
Yeah, Ryan said Sundays work too, but it's whatever.
Yeah.
But that is it. We didn't talk about everything we want to, but we talked about everything else.
We'll talk more about maybe Twitch.
What is your Twitch again? So we could say for the 14 viewers.
Do your plugs.
It's twitch.tv/DakuBara. DakuBara. Hooray.
Is there an underscore in the middle?
No.
Oh, okay.
That's just fucking
blasphemy.
It's on our Twitter,
I'll
yeah.
check it out because I need to learn more about
make
Twitch.
sure you send him your Twitter.
Like, subscribe, share, click that notification.
Hit that bell icon down below.
Declan.
Your mom's calling you.
Yep.
Oh, I think I hear my mom. That's a podcast. Good.